All right, good morning, everybody. If I sound okay audio-wise, hit that number 1, please. Hoover, Kainoa, Jocko, Fish, Kyle. Do I sound okay audio-wise? Mitmont, Zook, Steve. All right, looks like I'm good to go. Very quickly, for those of you watching this in the archive, thank you very much. But just to be very transparent, very straightforward, if you want to have something to continue to watch in the archive, then code Clay, all caps, with any of these prop firms is how you can make that happen. And also just save yourself some money anyways. This is totally viewer supported. So like I said, using code Clay is a good win-win for everybody. You save yourself money. You're helping to support a stream and ensure that it continues. So for those of you that have been using code Clay, again, code Clay, all caps, thank you very much. It makes a difference in very practical ways. And for those of you that are at least considering it, I also even thank you just for that consideration. Oh, and by the way, yes, I need to keep harping those home, but Take Profit Trader right now, I recommend, I believe they're the king of the business. Now would be the time to sign up with Take Profit Trader, as they are currently running a 50% off deal and no activation fee. So code Clay gets you that. Usually it's 40% off, but right now it is 50% off with Take Profit Trader. So hopefully everybody is aware of that by now, but if you're not, now would definitely be the time to take advantage of Take Profit Trader, or just at least give them a try if you've never quite used them before. All right, well, good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, May 13th. The year is 2026, and we are off to another very eventful, I don't know, for me, very eventful morning. I don't know about for you. Maybe your strategy was pretty chill. Maybe there's no trades, but for me, yeah, pretty eventful start so far with some cruel moves, and we're, all right. Okay, check that. All right, it might be too late. Look at this pink line here on the 5-minute. Pink line, for you long-time viewers, you know, is the 200 SMA. Rejected price, rejected price, rejected, 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 rejected. And our newest rejection right there. So does that mean that it'll continually be rejected at that area? No, there are no guarantees. Is it at least plausible? Is it at least, does it make sense? Does it seem to be there might be some sort of history repeat? Yeah. So I'm interested, if it wants to come back here, in a short up around that area. Just because, well, I mean, it's bounced off there several times before. So we'll see if history can repeat itself again. But overall, hopefully you're all off to a good start. But how are your days going so far? Good, bad, terrible, red, green, best day ever, worst day ever, blew an account, passed an account, qualified for a payout? Hey, Mitt, how are you doing? You recovered from, I know yesterday was filled with a lot of tilt. You feeling a little bit better today? Yeah, okay, good. Love the new TPT journal. Oh, yeah, I got to check that out. I saw the email and I totally did not even look at it. So I'll have to check that out. Yeah, Take Profit Trader also now has like a new feature. I saw the emails this morning, but it's my life has been kind of, who knew that building a custom home was so hectic? There's like constantly emails I got to keep track of and checks. So even my poor wife, and she's right. Like she was, cause she's still gone. We had some car issues. So thankfully they figured out the car issues after getting back to Michigan. But then, okay, we got to get to the shop. Okay, the shop's booked out. So today, finally coming home. But anyway, that's just my long way of saying, she was like, man, I feel kind of like you haven't been texting you. And it's just like, yeah, it's so easy to get distracted right now. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. But, kind of. I was never in a trade. Let's think about it. Yeah, I saw the email that they had a video and all that. counter position violation. I was never in a trade while trading a different account. I was never in a trade while trading a different. I'm not. What? I'm sorry, man. I'm not quite sure I'm following. What do you mean you were never in a trade? Just kind of go on your dashboard. Hey, thank you, James. Thank you for helping to feed hungry children. Still considering myself a complete beginner and still paper trading. I forgot to close a position last night and somehow made 9,000 fake. Yeah, isn't that crazy, Robert? Futures are wild. Hey, AMS. Good morning, Maggie. Sorry if I missed anybody else's good morning. Again, we are at that pink line on the 5 minute. Or I don't know why I said the pink line, as if you know what that is. The 200 SMA. Up 9.13 on the day. Good job. Now, I'm a little worried on this one because now the 5 minute, yes, it's been rejected several times, but man, this thing was just down here and it bounced all the way back up. So getting short right in the face of a hammer candle. Again, it's a little balanced out because, okay, yeah, it's a hammer candle, true. However, it's also right at this area where it's bumped its head several times. So I can see both sides of it, but yeah, shorting, like I said, into the face of this hammer candle that's forming, a little nerve-wracking. Tradovate didn't update a closed trade. Yeah, I don't know if take profit trader. I don't know, Matt. That if I'm understanding right, and I apologize, I'm not trying to be difficult, but I'm trying to read and comprehend what seems to be more of an in-depth issue while I analyze and trade and talk to other people. So I apologize. I'm not trying to be difficult, but if I'm understanding what you're saying right, it seems like that's more of like just straight up a Tradovate issue. If it's Tradovate that didn't do the updating. But yeah, okay, we were once. See, this is what I'm trying to think, and then also analyze and potentially put on a trade. Okay, this line here I can get rid of now. Okay, I'm going to try a short here again, just because it's rejected off that pink line several times before. So let's see, about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's see if 8th time is also a charm. Okay, I'm in. Come on. Again, this is mainly based on the 5-minute time frame. I'm going to add some more there if this wants to come back down. Oh, don't tell me that the time I finally get short is where it finally just makes the break. What a great start to the stream. We do have, it's right at the 5-minute 50 SMA. So I'm trying to see if that maybe wants to help me out. Wow, what a garbage. Just I don't know why I went 8. 8 was definitely overly aggressive. Again, I'm seeing if the 50 SMA and the 5-minute wants to help out, but it's not looking like it does. Man, it seems like as soon as if I hit that exit button, it's gonna. All right, I gotta get out. All right, well, that was a terrible start. Again, rejected, rejected. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm like, all right, let's go for number 8. Nope. I know. I know. I know. There's a reason why I said I shouldn't have done 8 contracts. All right, I'm going to try short here. I'm in. Dude, why I am so I'm so irritated right now. Why I don't understand. My morning was doing just fine. I added some. Come on. Keep coming down. Start to hit some of these targets. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, brother. Go. Come on, give me a jolt downwards. Come on. Thank you, thank you. Come on, keep coming down. Come on. Keep coming down. Come on, push, 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 push. Push, push, push. Give me another jolt. Give me another push.
Order filled. Order filled.
All right, I can't. I'm not going to risk it. Well, I was hoping it would at least maybe come down to on the 5 minute and at least back test this purple line here, the 50 SMA and the icing. So that's what I was trying to do, scale out some until right there, thinking it could probably bounce from right there. And then, of course, I'd have some just in case I was wrong and it rolled over. But yeah, I mean, you guys saw it. It got somewhat close to back testing the purple line. Never quite hit it. But I'm not going to sit around and putz around when I added size like that. So well, that makes me feel better about how I played it. I'm glad I got out because back up it goes. So we have the 200 period SMA up here. So maybe something up around that level. Short-wise, that is. For some reason, I'm just having a hard time trusting that this is actually an uptrend. And I might just be a complete baboon to not really trust this trend right now, but again, this pink line here is a 200 SMA. So let's see if I can get something. Up around there. Okay, I'm short. Come on, spank it back down. Come on. Okay, now I'm short. Blue line is my entry. I would love to see the price move down below that blue line. That would be great. What? I don't know. Maybe this just needs to be a scalpy scalp morning. I don't know. This is not going to be a good day. This is not. I don't know why. The morning started off fine. I think I slept okay last night. I don't know why I feel so grumpy and irritated. I really don't. It's going to be a bad. Yeah, I don't know if this. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just supposed to get long because this thing is just going to like now go, I guess, straight up. I mean, look at the 5 minute. Just all these candles. Green, green, green. Short order at $3.99. Well, I hope it doesn't. I hope you don't get filled with all due respect at $3.99. If you get filled at $3.99, I am cooked. All right, I'm gonna try. Like it's got to at least come down and retest the pink line, doesn't it?
Stop field.
Come on now, keep coming down. Come on, a pullback never hurt anybody. I don't need you to crash. Come on. There you go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Get below that pink line. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Nothing to see here. Keep coming down.
Order filled.
There we go. There we go, you little dirt bag. You little dirt bag. You know it's I should not be trading. I'm literally sitting here talking trash to a market that's made up of millions of people. I'm calling millions of people, myself included, a dirtbag. You know you're not in a good mental state when you're all irritated and you're calling the market a dirtbag. Yet here I am. Please hit that like button. I should totally not be trading right now. Hit that like button, use code Clay, because holy smokes, I should totally not be trading right now. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do not understand why I'm so irritated. Again, a little clue that you may so who remembers Jeff Foxworthy? You may be a redneck. You may be a redneck if you may be mentally unstable for trading if you have a winning trade and then your follow-up is you're upset and calling the market a dirtbag. Because when you think about what the market actually is, like what are you even calling a dirt? Like you might be mentally unstable. Net knob. That sounds like a holy grail right there. Okay, all right, Steve. You don't have to spam the chat, brother. I think your typing's been there. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's right. I'm just calling Marky. It's just a single person. That's true. No, you're fine, Steve. Is anybody else irritated today? I don't know why. I think my wife's coming home today, so that's good news. Yeah, the house, nothing's really going wrong with the house. We got no drama there anymore. The water issue that we had last week, ultimately, no big deal. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, fish is irritated. No, I was already irritated before you were here, JP. Don't you worry. You and your crayons have nothing to worry about. Good. Well, for those of you that are not irritated, good job. I don't know why I am. Now, it would make sense if I showed up on the live stream and I was like starting to red and nothing was really going my way, but that just hasn't been the case. Feeling hungover, but no, just a crap day. Yeah, yeah, maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's just one of those days. Philly. The chemtrail. Oh boy, now we're talking chemtrails. Buckle up, boys. Thank you, Spencer. The first time, well, congrats, AMS. You can dip into the Twinkie petty cash. Can't. I'm fasting right now. Can't eat until dinner time. Can't break the fast, or else then I'll get really cranky because I'll just hate myself for not being mentally disciplined. I mean, I am old and grumpy, but right now I'm grumpier than. I mean, I'm always grumpy. I am old and only getting older. I am also grumpy, but that's not the question on the table. I'm irritated. Now you may say, well, Clay, grumpy and irritated are the same thing. No, grumpy is just an ongoing state. So like if this is grumpy, it's always here. For some reason, I'm like up here, which is the irritation. I don't know why. I don't know why I popped up. Clay, how should I decide when I've made enough money in a day and just stop? Well, when you don't see any more good setups. If there are no good setups, you better not be trading. Well, then maybe it's not bad news, Frank. Did you ever think about that? Maybe it's you that's the problem. Maybe it's actually good news. Did you ever think about that? Again, maybe the market seems to think that's good news. I think we had this conversation yesterday. We are not as individuals the judge of what is good or bad news. The market is the judge. And if we say things going up is good, and then higher inflation, and then followed by that is market going up, well, I guess that was good news. Well, I mean, yeah, it's ridiculous, but trade the chart, Frank. Trade the chart. I think you got to stop trying to factor in. You're blending fundamental analysis. You're trying to blend news in with the chart. That's always a sketchy proposition. That has hurt many, myself included, where I use the news and I have this bias. For some like fundamental reason, news reason, something, I'm like, okay, I am bullish. And then the chart starts to act bearish. But I'm like, no. It's bullish. So then I start breaking all these rules because I think something is bullish. Even though the price is telling me, hey, idiot, it's bearish, I'm just like bullish. So always be very careful if you're going to try to blend fundamentals and charts. Oh, we have another bond auction. All right, thank you, Mitt. All right, I'm going to try to stop being a dent. And maybe try a long if it comes back up. Because it seems like that is now the play. So if this wants to bounce back up, I will look for a long up around here. Mainly based on the 5 minute. I think it's a little easier to see. Got a nice hammer candle here that has formed. So big move up. Some pullback here. Whoop. Okay. Well, never mind. As the pullback gets bigger. But at least I waited for confirmation on that one, meaning I was only willing to buy if it went back up there. I was stopped out of your short. Where'd you get stopped out at? Stopped out of your runner there. I'd assume, Spencer, you're long then? Frank, you got to just stop reading the news. I mean, you are, yeah. Who cares, dude? Just look at the chart and trade the frickin' price action. You got to put down the phone, Frank. Put down the phone, pick up the chart. And yeah, Frank, you scalp for like 3 seconds at a time anyways. If there's anybody that should not care about the news, it's somebody like you that scalps for 3 seconds. What are you doing with your life, Frank? What is going on? Like, this would make a little bit more sense if you're like a sway trader, but you're like a sniper shot scalper. Frank, what are you doing? I need to read the headlines. I needed to check these cash flow statements. I need to check the background of these CEOs. I needed to call my sources on the ground in Iran. I need to get a hold of my secret spies in Ukraine because I am planning a trade. Granted, this trade is only going to last for 4 seconds, but I need to factor in all these things for my 4-second trade. That's Frank, apparently. I've done 8 before, hot tub Mike. I fluctuate between 5 and 8, so 8 is not really out of the ordinary. Hey, good morning, Miss G. Yeah, that's not a bad analogy. You wait in line for those of us that, well, I don't even know if you have to grow up in the Midwest. Maybe, I think they're, I don't know, borderline world famous, but growing up in Ohio, definitely it was like a routine thing. You go to Cedar Point. You wait for 16 hours, and then the ride is over 4 seconds later. Yeah. Again, I don't know. Around the Midwest, like Cedar Point is like we're like, my senior class trip or this or that. For us, it was after our 8th grade class trip was to Cedar Point. But yeah, I don't know. Is anybody not in the Midwest, and have you heard of Cedar Point? The good old blue streak. Is that the one that's made totally out of wood? And like afterwards, they have chiropractors sitting there. All right, another nice hammer. But I know I said I wanted to get long right here, but man, after that, I don't know. All right, I'm doing it. I'm going to just play this momentum. Market only goes up. Once again, I had a scalpy scalp. Not sure why I didn't take it because I kind of sort of chased the price a little bit, but so I'm now long. I'm going to try to go with the flow of things here. See if that makes my life any easier. And there we go, right? Oh, it's great. I know that's a super aggressive target, but that'll just be good for my mental. To at least get one target hit, could I at least get one target hit? At least one. No. Okay, you won't even give me that super aggressive one. Okay, gotcha. Noted. Come on. Like I said, at least that first target. That doesn't mean that I'll even have a green trade, but I don't know. There's just something that'll be psychologically good for me if we can at least hit that first target. It's like, you can't make this stuff up. It's toying with me. Look at that. Okay, maybe here. No. You got to be kidding. Again, my first target is not anything impressive. I'd understand, like, dude, what do you complain about? Your first target is 40 points away. And it's not even, it's like right there. And I don't know how I didn't get filled on that one, but man, this is wild. Okay, now it's making more and more sense of why I'm irritated. I don't understand what's going on with this price action right now. Again, that's not a crazy target. In fact, you would say, Clay, that action doesn't make any sense. It's so tight. And you know what? You're not wrong. I'm doing it, but I can't even get that hit. The price won't even go up and hit that. That's crazy. Like the price target that doesn't really make any sense because it's so tight. I can't even get that one hit. Look at this. Yeah, I don't think this account survives the day. What a joke. Okay. An absolute joke. I'm adding more right here, because that will be a very, very nice looking candle. Just selling out some. Come on. I'm looking at these two nice hammers now. Let's go. Let's go, brother. Come on, 5 minute. Again, that green line is where I'm going to add. So technically adding to a winner. Okay. Look at this. Two beautiful hammer candles. What? I don't even know. Okay, maybe here. Good. Added. Come on now. Let's go. Look at this. Three beautiful hammer. Look at these lower shadows. Let's go. Push. 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 Come on. I don't know. I don't know, folks. I mean, the 5 minute looks really, really good. I'm like a bull pennant, bull flag, whatever you want to call it. How good does it look? I'm adding more. That's how good I think the 5 minute looks right now. I'm going to add some more. If it wants to go back up to that green line right there. Come on. So again, technically looking to add to a small slight winner. If we can get a break up through that line, I mean, that would be really, really nice. So we'll call it a bull pennant breakout at that point. Are you kidding me? All right, whatever. I don't even care. Who cares? I'm not going to read the chat right now just because I'm sure there's somebody that's crawled out of the woodwork to explain to me in hindsight all the things that how Clay you could have known that the bull pennant wasn't going to work out for this, and this. You know, telling me everything with hindsight analysis. That was actually kind of good. Barbara did know. That's true. If only Barbara were here. Look at that. Okay. $2.98 for long. And then where's your stop loss at, Chase? So you were in long at $2.98. Where's your stop at? I was going long but got stopped out. Yep, so did I. Thank you, Discipline. Where'd Chase go? Hello? What's the difference between 100 Forex and futures NASDAQ? Or NAS? Well, I don't know. Sounds like one is Forex, one is futures. And futures just move way better than Forex. I can't use my own. Uh-oh, Chase. Chase! Uh-oh. I'm assuming he'll come back and say, no, I got out right there. He got out right there, folks, at the top. How convenient. MNQ said, look, yeah, exactly. Look at me. Look at me. I'm the captain now. But I don't know if that's actually it. What is a NAS 100 Forex? I'm assuming it's Forex. And yeah, futures are definitely way better than Forex. Yeah, I don't think Marky enjoyed the Christmas card. That is so true. Some days you're the fiddle, other days you are the fiddler. As of now, I have become the fiddle. Yes, just grinding up. Yep. You are trading futures in a Forex account. Oh, that's what that means? Now we're looking at another hammer here.
Order filled.
Long. Again, mainly based on the 5 minute. If you were to look at the 5 minute right now, you'd see a nice hammer that has formed. I mean, you really can't ask for a better looking hammer than what's on the 5 minute right now. Just zero follow through on anything. Okay. Hey, Clay. You little scammer. You're always green. Huh, that's weird, Clay. I never see any red from you. I don't think we're going to see those folks around today. We will see, though. This guy sucks. What a scammer. Yeah, this guy doesn't know how to trade. What an idiot. Okay, hammer. I'm going to not get my hopes up, though, that there's any follow through on this hammer. Maybe it's just teasing me. Okay, let's make it think it's going to go green, and then let's just crush it right back down. Put some targets. Okay, that is a nice looking candle. Again, if you look at the 5 minute right now, back to back, beautiful hammer candles. Beautiful. On the MNQ, if you were to look at the 5 minute at this exact moment, you would see back to back beautiful hammers bouncing off of moving averages. And if there's no follow through here, then I just don't know what to do. Come on, can you at least hit my first target this time? Dude, thank you. Okay, this will be a green trade. I have my stop in green territory. But I'd love to see, come on, just give me some follow through here. Come on, 5 minute. At least hit this next target too for me. Come on. Get up there. Don't, come on. Again, my risk right now is
Stop fill.
whatever. Clay, you should have given it more wiggle room. Yeah, maybe we'll see. Yeah, you'll be typing that if this thing goes green here. If it rolls over, you'll be saying, Clay, that was a perfect stop. Oh, that is frustrating. Two hammers should have let it go. Okay, Zooks, you're going to timeout. I don't need your hindsight commentary. And I'll take that back, actually. Because he's not waiting for hindsight. He's saying I should have. But I don't even know what let it go means, Zooks. What does that mean? Like, where should I have my stop then? Tell me where my stop should be right now, Zooks. Define, you should have let it go. Okay, then fine. Where should I have my stop then right now? Yeah, the stop hunters, No, Zooks, I'm asking you something very specific. Where should my stop be? If you think I should still be in it, fine. Where should my stop be? Yeah, I know, Ricky. I noticed that too. ES and NQ, they don't really care about each other. Which does make sense when you consider how all like the storage and the semiconductors, all those tech stocks right now are kind of in like a world of their own. That's not a stop. That is not a stop. The 21 EMA. Where relative to the 21 EMA, Zooks? Dude, why are you acting like you don't know that we use numbers around here? I mean, surely you don't mean literally put it right at the 21 EMA. 310. Okay, that is a very stupid stop. You literally just are telling me to put my stop right above a potential bounce point. What is that bounce point? The 21 EMA. Why are you telling me to put my stop right above an area where it could bounce? So in other words, I get stopped out and then it bounces from the area. Man, you're being up. What did I do to irritate you to give me such a bad stop loss? Yeah, I can tell you're a dent. No speculation needed after that stop loss suggestion. Holy smokes. I don't think we'll ever see. Yeah, a 50-point stop seems a bit much. Yes, hi Jinx, because I think what you might discover is this. You fire up that pro account, and then you notice you're a little nervous. And I think, and I'm not saying the only reason why, but a contributing factor is probably going to be you're going to be like, well, I don't want to blow up this account because if I do, I have to go through the test phase again. But if you can at least eliminate that fear by knowing, okay, even if I blow up this account, oh well, at least I don't have to go through the test phase again because I have another one waiting for me. That will help with that voice. So yes, if it were me, and if it were me doing the racehorse model, I would just leave that pro account there. You do not have to activate it. It's not going to cost you any more money per month because once you pass from test phase in a pro phase, no more monthly payments. So I would just leave that one there and get at least another one pass, if not two. Thank you, Skeletor. Wiped out my game. Oh, from yesterday back to Yeah, Grant, I am yeah. I know how you feel, brother. Is it really? Oh, that's funny. It was gone for a whopping one day, huh? Good grief. There you go. Code Clay with Apex. 90% off is back. Code Clay Apex. So assuming you're not a beginner to the prop firm space, and maybe you're looking to build an empire or, you know, go trade multiple accounts across multiple firms, there you go. Code Clay. I do have a code with Apex. All caps Clay. There you go. That's funny though. Gone for a day. Going long at 350. And where's your stop at, Cheryl? Come on, Cheryl. We know that. You should know that's not a complete trade plan. Yeah, take profit is cheaper right now in the bigger picture and with simpler rules too. What do you mean? Was just Clay? That's what all the codes are. Clay. Yeah, my funded futures. Yeah, code Clay there too. All the mainstream prop firms, if you want whatever their discounts are, and also to help support the stream, code Clay, all caps. I tried code Clay. You seriously tried code Clay? You're right. You're just joking around, right? Shut up. You're lying. You're pulling my leg here, right? You're pulling a Kyle joke, right? No. He's toying with us, folks. The man is a master. He's a master at his craft. Password, try again. Stop hanging. The new group of friends that is telling you to not use paint for painting and are telling you to sniff it. Yeah, new friends. Yeah, I don't know any way around that. There's no way I'm gonna start to say use code Clay all caps and then have to explain, but actually don't use the word code. Code is just telling you what the code is. There's no I'm not gonna be able to do that. I will. It's already annoying enough that I have to say all caps. I really wish it was not case sensitive. But, yeah. Okay, I'm going to try a long here at 42. It is broken through here. I don't want to chase it, but if it wants to come down here and kind of back test off this breakout point, then I'll take a swing at it. Or is this the time where it just goes beautifully? Yeah, that's sounds like a good little analysis of that stat there, Junkie. Now you're gonna grind, huh? Gotcha. Thank you, John. Yes, that's what I was hoping to accomplish by making it a totally separate color, John. But the problem with that, John, and I'll give Wild West credit. He knows his problem. He knows he started to sniff paint. But yeah, if you're sniffing paint, John, then yeah, I don't think the different color thing does not help you out much. All right, I'm trying to short here. Reason being we have this group of highs right here before that big plunge. So if you look back here, you can see this batch of highs, and that is actually right where, as of now, the price has been. Or do I just get short right up there? Maybe that gives me a little bit better entry. Or is it going to break out through there? We'll see. Okay, I'm short. Again, at that former rejection point. Let's see if it wants to reject again. I literally can do nothing right today at all. At all. We officially have a clay fade day. Whatever I do, do the opposite, folks.
Order filled. Stop filled.
Come on, get below that blue line. Go! Drop. Drop. Come on. Go! All right, I'll take that. That was a terrible trade, by the way. That was not a good trade, just so you guys know. Bummer period. But I appreciate the heads up. But yeah, there's nothing to comment on that. That was a bad trade. I'm not gonna try to play that off. It was a bad trade. No, that was a bad trade. But Clay, it was a green trade, therefore it was a good trade. No, that's not how trading works. And I realize that makes no sense, but that is why trading's so hard. Because things that make sense don't actually make sense. So yeah, that was a green trade, but not a good trade. How come I don't use TradingView? That's just personal preference. TradingView you have to pay for anyways. And I like Trade-O-Vate charts just fine. Use code. Dude, you can't say that though, dude. Grant, you can't joke. We literally just had somebody admit that they were trying to use literally code Clay, like typing code and then Clay as the code itself. So now there's literally going to be people trying to you just ugh. I do not use footprint stuff, so no, I have not tried it. Code. Keeping the West Wild, I appreciate your sense of humor. We're giving you a hard time about it. You're rolling with the punches very well, though. So you totally went into baboon mode by using that. But I do appreciate you being honest about it and just rolling with the punches. So there's a lot to be said there. Code Clay is working. Yes. Code Clay, all caps, is working correct. Okay, just for clarity's sake, this seems like this needs to be pointed out very quickly. This is the code. Just that. Code Clay, all caps, on any of these prop firms, okay? So somebody's like, hey, it works on Apex. Yes, yes. Just like the slide that I always show. Apex, code Clay. There you go. Hey, Clay, it's working on my funded future. Correct, yes. Code Clay, all caps, would work on my funded futures, okay? Again, take Profit Trader, though. That is where who I use, how I recommend, especially right now with their 50% deal, which is not the norm. The norm is 40% off. Right now, it is 50% off. Okay, well, so you just use somebody else's code then. Who's got code? Well, whoever uses code loser, all caps, they thank you. And I curse your name. My kids curse your name. Dude, why aren't you so holding? That was a great, because that was a bad trade. So no, I feel no regret about any of this because that was just now let me put it this way. The first entry was fine. From there, that was a fine trade. But yeah, overall, that was not a good trade. I know, Southpaw, crazy, huh? Code baboon, that can work. We got to stop with all the jokes. People are gonna literally be starting to use all these codes. Clay is the code. Start saying that. All caps Clay is the code. So yeah, I guess. But somebody else will eventually show up and be like, hey, Clay is the code is not working. You're right, though. That is a way I could say it. Okay. Well, I'm trying to still be bullish now. It seems like this thing is in an uptrend. I would like to buy the pullback here, but like, I guess this is a short because that's where I want to buy. And given it's a Clay fade day, Zooks, you don't know anything, brother. You thought putting the stop, never mind. Zooks, never mind. If there's anybody who did not know and why I need to clarify those things, it's you, brother. All right, so I think this is a short at the 21 EMA. Why do I think that? Because I'm about to go long there, and it is a Clay fade day. So if you want to make money, prepare to get short at the 21 EMA. Wait a second here. What is that? 06? That is so depressing that had I gone long there, like my joke was actually true. Like it's looking like no, it actually was a short there. That's very funny in a very depressing kind of way. I mean, scalpy scalpers, if you got short at 30, it's now gone down to, yeah, I mean, for scalpy scalpers, you had at least 15 points to work with. Not too bad for a scalpy scalp. All right, I am now going to get long here. We're at the 200 period SMA. We're seemingly wanting to bounce, but want to give it a little bit more time here to prove that it maybe wants to stabilize. Hello, Lauren. Okay, I'm long, which means it's a short, folks. If you want to make money, get short, because it is a Clay fade day. I'll take the little scalpy scalp there. I'll take that scalpy scalp. I'll take whatever the market wants to throw my way at this point. Good, Pam. So does it make sense now what I was talking to you about last night? I'm trying to break myself free from the clay fade. Which prop firm? I'm with Take Profit Trader, Sam, the man. Again, I'm with Take Profit Trader. I took it with you. Good job, M. Will, although that was a dangerous thing with my track record today. Yeah, Pam. Pam's part of the mentorship. So she's talking about something from last night's webinar. Tuesday night webinars. Okay, hey. Maybe my chart vision's coming back a little bit, maybe. Maybe kind of, sort of, in theory. Kind of. Maggie, I don't understand, like, if you don't feel as though I'm good at explaining anything, then definitely don't join the mentorship. But like, if you're like, man, I enjoy Clay. I think he's good at explaining things. Then why wouldn't you think I'm going to learn anything? Not to mention, it comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee anyways. There is no, again, Sam, good question. That is a question that reveals why I love Take Profit Trader. There is no consistency rule. There's no scaling rule. There's no micro scalping rule. Very, very clean set of rules. Aren't we all Take Profit Traders? No. Well, that depends on what way are you asking. I don't know, Pam. You'll have to talk to Maggie. You'll have to give her your thoughts, woman to woman. I think you'll be very happy with that decision, M. Will. I am going for a long, actually, let's move that down a little bit more, brother. Right there, brother. Right there, brother. What is that? 280. 280. Oh, Doxo. Oh. Okay, check this out. 280 for the as you know, as the breakout point here. It's these lows right here, but we also get the added bonus on the 5-minute. We have the 200 SMA. We have the 50 SMA also congregating right around that area. Now, does that mean for sure guaranteed it will bounce? No, because there are no for sure guarantees. Is that an area that I'm going to be willing to take a swing at? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What are you looking for to enter? Well, just what I explained there, Douglas. The webinars are Tuesday nights, but even if you can't make them, they're all recorded anyways. And given the mentorship has been around since 2013, last night was episode 540, I think. Maybe it was 538. Either way, each one's right around an hour. So just from webinar archive alone, over 500 hours of content. Again, I'm not saying that means you have to do 500 hours of content. I'm just saying, like, the mentorship is not some sort of fly-by-night thing. I know at this point, like, it's an insult. Oh, you're a course seller, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and I get it because there's so much garbage out there now that they've kind of irritated people like me that, like, no, I believe in what I offer. Yeah, what's your proof of that? It comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Not that you're going to make $1 million, but, like, hey, are you learning? You know, just stuff like that. So I actually believe in what I offer. And my proof of that is, like I said, that 30-day money-back guarantee. So it is essentially risk-free in that regard. I wasn't invited to the webinar because you didn't join the mentorship, you dent. You cheapskate dent. I watch 2 webinars a week. It's good home. Yeah, exactly. Then you can do that. And by the time you get through doing that, you could start all over because there's no way you're going to remember, you know, the earlier webinars. I can't. I mean, Timbo, are these people serious? What is up with today? Here's what's free for you, AMS. We call this place the timeout room. That's free for you. Enjoy. Free for the next 30 minutes. There you go. Let me know what you think. It's free. 30-minute free. It's just sent you on a free 30-minute vacation to the timeout room. Google is free. Uh-huh. Yeah. How long do I trade every day? Usually the stream goes about 4 hours. Oh, the dented Google is free crowd. And people wonder why failure rates are at like 95%. You'd think they'd be a little bit higher if it was just as easy as Googling something, you know? But I'm an idiot though. What do I know? Here's the problem with Google. First off, we can all agree on this premise. If you disagree, then you don't understand the internet. There is a lot of garbage on the internet. So assuming we can agree that there's a lot of garbage on the internet, when you're new and you don't know what you don't know what's garbage and what is good information. But let's just say somehow you luck out and you're actually able to pluck all the pieces of good information from the internet. You still have a massive problem on your hands. What order are you supposed to learn that information? So let's look at math. Let's say you pluck out all the good information about math. But then you start to learn about algebra, and then you go back and learn about subtraction, and then you learn about calculus, and then you learn about multiplication, and then you learn about differential equations. You may have all the good information, but if you learn about it out of order, you're going to be massively overwhelmed and confused. So all the whatever the guy, Google is free. Yeah. Well, Clay, you're just saying that because you sell something, which is a fair point. My proof of that has always been, I did go through teaching myself trading way back when, which was miserable. What is my proof of being miserable? When I moved into the real estate investing, I gladly invested just under $5,000 into real estate training, courses, etc. Because I'm like, there's no way I'm doing this with real estate, because real estate is way bigger numbers. But hey, Google is, So is a library. I mean, yeah. Go to the library. Just buy a book on trading. It's probably that easy. I learned the info. Applying it correctly is yep. What platform am I using? I'm using Take Profit Trader as my prop firm, and then through that prop firm, I'm using Tradeovate. Do you trade the first momentum candle? Well, Mr. Webb, you got to be more specific. How do you define the first momentum candle? Is that a 15-second candle? Is it a 1-minute candle? Is it a 2-minute candle? Google, yeah. Again, like I've always said, I have videos. I do not sell anything magical. I do not have a holy grail. Everything I teach, I confess, you can find for free on the internet. I confess that. What I'm selling, though, is structure. What I'm selling is my experience as a process engineer, somebody that organizes the information in a way where it's good information and you learn about it in a sequence that's going to help make sense to you so you don't get overwhelmed. That is what I sell. Nothing magical, no holy grails. I sell a sequence. I sell a structure of learning to make it as efficient as possible. That's what I'm ultimately selling. Which always makes me laugh when people show up. You can learn everything you teach for free on the internet. It's like, yeah, you must be new around here. I've never made it any other claim. I offer nothing secret. I offer efficiency. That's ultimately what I'm selling. If you want to learn most efficiently, there you go. What's your opinion on the orb strategy? It's the orb strategy alone is garbage. Yeah, Clay at claytrader.com, Matt. Just give me an email and, and then I'll copy and paste it to my guy. Crap, I don't want to forget about this order down here. Okay, I guess that's going to be a no-go at this point. Dylan, I trade setups, meaning if there are 4,000 good setups in a day, hopefully I have 4,000 trades. If the very next day there are 3 good setups, hopefully the next day I have 3 trades. But yeah, as far as the orb, well, if all you're doing is the orb, garbage. Now, if you're using the orb and building it on top of it, that's fine. But unfortunately, trading is not as easy as the 15-minute orb. What does that mean? Can you imagine if trading was this easy? Okay, everybody, we need to wait 15 minutes. Then we mark out our high, we mark out our low, and then if it goes through, we buy, and if it goes down through, we short. Could you imagine if it was that easy to be consistent? That's all you had to do? Again, do I think trading needs to be rocket science? No. But is trading that straightforward? No. Unfortunately, no. Now again, if you are using the orb as a pillar to build on top of, fine. But if literally that's all you're doing is what I just described, yeah, sorry, no. Short here? Not for me. I'd be interested in a short more so up around this area. Stop over the highs, but yeah, not right now. Yeah, take base hits, Rambo. Take base hits. The power of base hits. What's your opinion on Bazenga? Yeah, I don't buy any news sources. The best news source is the chart itself, because the chart itself will tell you the 2 most important things about news. It will tell you that there is news, and it'll tell you what the market thinks about the news. But Clay won't tell you what the news is. Who cares about the news? As traders, we care about the fact that there is news and what the market thinks about the news, and the chart will tell you that immediately. Now, for those of us that are curious, then fine. Yeah, a news source is cool for like a curiosity sake. What actually was the news? But that's just coming from a place of curiosity. That's not coming from a place of practical information. Practical information for us as traders is knowing that there is news and what the market thinks about the news. So yeah, Bazenga, I have zero interest in paying for any news sources because I already have the best news source right here, the chart itself. Yeah, orb means opening range break or breakout. Right, Grant. So you're not doing what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you are taking the orb and then you're building on top of it. That's totally different. But yeah, the people that show up and just think that, you just play the orb like I described it. Yeah, unfortunately, trade needs to be a little bit more than that. Yeah, John. Yeah, I think that'd be a good plan. Because from a curiosity standpoint, just wait a few minutes. It'll eventually hit the mainstream headlines. I trade options. Well, if you day trade option, see, you dude. See, you're the epitome of why Google is not like actually free. Google is costing you money. Why? Because apparently you still think that day trading options is a good idea. Google has misled you, but I'm glad you stumbled on this live stream. So ironically enough, the guy that's talking about, well, Google's free, you just defeated yourself. Because here you are somehow thinking that day trading options is a good idea, which is not. Mathematically provable, it's not a good idea. Yeah, I mean, and this is coming from somebody that has day traded stocks and options. But I also have the excuse of, well, I mean, I wasn't quite, I got started before the golden age of day trading that we have right now. Yes, futures through a prop firm. The reason why futures is just a no-brainer compared to options trading is futures do not have theta. Now, if you day trade options and you're like, well, what's theta? I can't explain to you how big of a red flag that is. But yeah, futures not only move better than options, futures, while they are contracts, they do not have theta like options contracts do. That's the big pro right there. The only pro you need. Because even if we assume they move the same, which they don't, futures move better anyways. But for argument's sake, let's just assume they move the same. Well, why would you choose to deal with theta if you don't have to? Yeah, theta kills, man. Exactly. And there is no theta in futures. So right there, that is the only pro you need. So how does theta work? Let's say right here, just for example's sake, if you're not aware. So let's say you buy right here, you buy right here, and you think it's going to go up. So this is when you buy. But notice, after you buy, all this time, it's chopping around before finally going up. You may not have necessarily made money. Why? Well, because during this period here, the value of your position is dropping. So let's just say, to keep the math easy, let's say you bought it at $1. So right there, you bought it at $1. By the time the price maybe gets to here, because all this time has passed, your position might be now worth 85 cents. You have lost money because there is time decay. So in other words, sideways price action is costing you money. Once more, in futures, does not have that. Thinking, what is there to think about? What is there to think about? You have to think on whether or not you want to continue to deal with theta. Like, what is holding you back? Why are you still needing to think? The only way, yes, yeah, but that's the counter there. That is true. You can minimize theta by buying something way further out, but now you're sacrificing something else. Volatility. As day traders, we want things to be moving around. But if you're buying something way far out, that options contract's barely going to move. So have fun trying to make money on something that barely moves. There's no way out. Again, Pam's plan is a pretty solid airtight argument on why in the category of day trading futures through a prop firm by far makes the most sense. Because it is most efficient. Most efficient being defined as risk management. All right, we are approaching that area. I think it's still a clay fade day, so this is probably going to be a long up here. There we go. Looking to get short at the red line. Stop is the green. Oh, okay, praises. Sorry about that. I misread the situation. Apologize. I apologize, that is. I'm not saying... No. It is not futures with your own capital. Futures move very, very impressively. But that's also a two-sided coin. You may think you have a whole lot of capital, but it's amazing how quick futures can make that disappear if you're not careful. So no, my argument is futures through a prop firm. through a prop firm.
Order filled.
I am filled. Let's see if this thing wants to ultimately get rejected or not. Threw out some targets here. Come on. Last time it was over here, it did get rejected. So pretty much trying to play a double top. If it get down near those first targets, I'll get my stop in a green territory. Not looking the greatest right now, but let's give it a chance. Again, looking to play a double top here. I'm in. Yes, I know I had a chance already at some scalpy, at a scalpy. I don't know. Maybe I just stick with scalpy scalps today. Because that would have been a green trade had I chosen a scalpy scalp. I don't know. Maybe that should be. Maybe I just need to kick the stubbornness, stop trying to let these things work for me, and try to get some sort of continuation. Because I cannot time anything. Maybe that is the learning lesson right now. Best prop firm, please. Are you a beginner to the prop firm space or are you experienced? Eli Mark, are you a beginner to the prop firm world? Are you a this is a question of nuance. Beginning, take profit trader. There we go. Take profit trader, best for a beginner because of their very clean set of rules. That is the link you see at the top of the screen. Is this take profit trader only for futures? Correct, because that's the only thing that you should be wanting to day trade anyways. Again, futures move way better than everything else in the market. So there you go, Eli. There's no need for a top three. As a beginner to the prop firm space, there's no point in overwhelming yourself with all these different choices. Take profit trader, clean set of rules, easy to understand, and then after you get more experience, you build out your 5 accounts with take profit trader, then you can expand out to other prop firms, which will be much easier for you because at that point, you will be an experienced prop firm trader. Lost money on options, like you said. Okay, there we go. So yeah, code Clay. If you go to the link at the top, again, use code Clay, which is a great time right now because Take Profit Trader is actually running a 50% off deal. Usually it's only 40% off, but this week it is a 50% deal. So yeah, now is a good time. Claire, you ready for single stock? I will not be trading single stock futures. I have zero interest in trying to track 10 things all at once. One of the great things about futures is I don't have to run scanners anymore. I don't need to be trying to watch several different things at once like I did with stocks. So yeah, I will not be trading. That has zero interest in me. In fact, that is dragging me back to what I enjoy not having to be part of anymore. Like I so love not having a scan. Like I love part of my morning routine I repeat, not being, all right, well, let's look around. What are the hot stocks today? What are this? No, I just know what I'm going to trade every day. MNQ or NQ. Maybe oil, maybe gold. Okay, Ramu, dude, you gotta like, just trust me, bro. Stuff doesn't work, brother. We need some trade plans from you. Again, if you go to the link at the top of the screen, it'll take you to the website. And then use code Clay, all caps, and you'll get the 50% off. Just go to the link at the top of your screen. Take Profit Trader. You are welcome. And that right there is the ultimate point of this live stream. to make that makes me feel good. Rescued somebody from the cesspool of theta. Okay, I'm going to get long at that green line if it wants to come back up. So given it's a clay fade day, that means that's a short right there. I rescued you. Yeah, that's awesome. That's like I said. Ultimately, that is the point of the stream. I'm not here to prove it. Like I really don't. I'm old and grumpy. If you think I'm a terrible trader, that's fine. In fact, I'll just yeah, I'm a terrible trader. There we go. Now we can set that argument aside. I'm here to make people aware of Pam's plant. Matt, I got your email. I'll send that over after the stream. You've never heard of a clay fade day? Yeah, I stole the term from Brian. You want to fade me, aka whatever I do, do the opposite. So given I think this is a long, with my track record today, it's probably actually a short right there. Bible study was canceled tonight, comma, so I'll be around no matter what time you get home, period. Come on. Okay, probably getting close to the short, even though I'm going long, because it's a clay fade. Clay fade. Yeah, Brian, right there. He's the pioneer of the clay fade. I plagiarized that term off of him. And I'm going to go for a little bit more. Trying to play like this little, let's see if I can. No, that's not what I, stupid thing. So what, this is, what, okay. What in the world was that? Oh, okay, Tradeovate. You're not illustrating yourself pretty good, very well here. So we kind of have this bull pennant here. That's what I'm ultimately trying to play. There we go. Can we get the breakout through there? Come on. Come on, bull pennant. Do what bull pennants do. Now, I did not wait for confirmation. Some people say, well, Clay, you probably should have bought after it broke out. And that's fair. But I don't know. I like the pattern enough to just hop in and then try to anticipate the breakout. Not that I think the price is going to go there, but just in case there's some sort of random spiky spike, I want to be at least prepared for a little bit of it. All right, let's go. Get up through that trend line. Push, 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 push. No, tread line. Please don't do your job. Be a bad tread line. Do not reject. Be a bad one and let me through. Come on, get through the yellow line. There we go. Now some follow through. Come on. Give me some continuation here. All right. Because of how my day's going, I've got it. I don't have the luxury to give myself a wide stop. So this will be a green. Hey, somebody. There we go. Come on now, brother. Don't judge me. You know that bigger moves cause you to speak different languages.
Order filled.
Come on, keep pushing up here, brother. Get up there, brother! I can show you the world. Shining, shimmering, splendid. You know what? Hit me! Hit me! Daddy needs a new, I don't know, pair of underwear. Let's go. Let's go. Get up there, bull pennant. Get up there, brother. It's raining men. Hallelujah. It's raining men. Amen. Get up there, brother. Do it for the men in the room. It's raining. It's raining men. Let's go. Push, brother. Get up there. I can show you the world. Shining, shimmering splendor. When's the last time you've gone on a carpet ride with a stranger? A whole new world. Get me, let's go! Woo! This is what Daddy needed. Okay, now I just gotta follow it up. Shining, shimmering splendor. When's the last time, Daddy, I don't know. Come on, just keep going. I'm out of lyrics. Let's go. Keep raining men. Let's go. Get up there. I can show you the world. There we go, bull pennant. Let's go. Let's go. I'm fired up now, boy. Boys and girls and furries. People that know you in real life are watching this. Yeah, and I'll show you this in real life too next time I see you, brother or sister. I don't know any furries though. So just brothers or sisters. Maybe a short up here. I mean, this is getting pretty stretched. Overnight high, high of the day. Thank you. About time I get some kind of continuation. Goodness, that felt good. If you just showed up, none of that makes any sense because you have zero context. But if you've been here since the start of the stream, you understand. You understand. I think he traveled and his flight got delayed. All right, well, there we go. The classic bull pennant. I'll take it. I'll take it. I love me a bear pennant. I love me a bull pennant. But Clay, you don't sound very smart calling it a bull pennant. If you use a bunch of terms and abbreviations, you'll sound a lot smarter. You can't just call it a bull pennant. Use a bunch of acronyms. You'll sound so much smarter. I'm too stupid for that. Bull pennant. There you go. KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. Because I am a stupid baboon. I have no fancy terminologies to explain that. I'm sure somebody here that's part of the cult can show up and be like, well, technically, Clay, that was the Mongolian barbecue high point in combination with the liquidity sweep of the Asian session sushi VWAP. You know, I'm sorry. Did anybody actually trade that? Did anybody play that long with me? Did anybody else? Again, independent thinkers were like, ooh, I like that bull pennant. Give me a 1 if anybody else was in that with me. Clay will be trading shirtless. Nah, I don't need any men sending me their underwear in the mail. Greg, Mario, Rebel, June, Mecca, Johnny, John, very good. All right, I am interested in a short now up here. Step one, though, I want to see it hit that overnight high and then see how it reacts. Okay, Philly, I have no idea what you just said. But all right, so you're telling me a bunch of cult members just got roasted there? Is that what you're saying? Yeah. So, but I'm sure that some of them will show up in hindsight and have something annotated as to why they didn't, because that's kind of how the cult works. It seems always showing up in hindsight to annotate stuff out. It was Apple's fault. Always somebody else's fault. Always somebody else's fault. That's true, Ducks. So now, earlier in the live stream, it was going to be the Clay's a scammer because he doesn't know how to trade. He's a terrible trader, blah, blah, blah. But now that I'm all back to green again, now those people are gone, and now the Clay's always green. What a scammer. He hides his losses. He's never red. What a scammer. Now those people will show back up. Again, I'm looking for a short here. This candle right here, starting to make me feel more and more bearish. My loins are starting to whisper, bearish. So I'm going to try to listen to your loins when they're calling for you. No all-time highs. Are you one of these dents that are like, don't short all-time highs? Are you one of those dents? Talk about one of the more dented things I've ever heard. Don't short. Why? We're at all-time highs. Who cares? If anything, that makes more sense to short. Because why wouldn't people want to take profits at all-time highs? Today I got cooked on every short. I hear you, man. Well, I know. It's been such a bad day for me. I've gotten cooked on longs and shorts, on consolidations. I mean, I've gotten cooked just not even taking trades. You know you're part of the cult if you're like, oh, it's all at all. I can't do XYZ because we're at all-time highs. See? Why would you short at all-time highs? And then this big red candle shows up. Like, huh? Now, for me, unfortunately, though, think about it. This is why trading is hard. Broadly speaking, I was right. It wanted to come down. It did. Notice I didn't make any money from it, though, because trading is all about in the nuance. And I wanted to just see how this candle formed. One more, but it did not wait for me before making the move. Just on the brink of a squeeze per the order flow. Red Pocket Secret Gift. YCL, is that a bot? That seems a little scammy. Mods, have your eyes on YCL. I'm thinking bot, but we'll give them a quick chance. Again, could get short right here. Very, very tight stop. It's just one of those things where, I don't know. I'm looking over at the 5 minute. We have a couple of lower shadows. That's his almost common here ever. All right, I'm going to delete that out since he offered no explanation. We won't ban him, but we'll just delete it out. If you are short right now, I don't blame you at all. You have a great risk profile. I mean, if you're getting shorted right around here and you're throwing your stop above there, a very small risk profile. And if this thing actually rolls over, then you'll be looking at a very nice risk-reward scenario. But for me, like I said, I'm a little hesitant. If anything, we're still quite a bit away from the. I was gonna get, I don't know, like a entry down here maybe. But like I said, still quite a bit above the 21 EMA. I'm thinking about that level low. Hey, dork. Playing the range? What range? Oh, are you calling this like a range right here? Is it another bull pennant? I don't know, Robert. You tell me. Brother, I offer a mentorship. If you want to learn, this is not education. You are trying to use this live stream as education. This is not education, as I've explained. There are so many things that I just leave out because I am not in education mode right now. Yeah. Yeah, I know. And he makes me sound like such a jerk calling people a dork, but that's literally his name, total dork. Is this thing really going to break out? It might. It might. What is that? Okay. All right. I like this instead. 37. Where's 37? Okay. This entry point is more so based on the 5 minute. I'll put my stop right up here. Now, if it pops up through the green line, this trade plan is going to have to go away. I'm in.
Stop field.
Like I said, mainly based on the 5 minute. I am short. Come on. Hit me. There we go. So stop is in green territory now.
Order rejected.
Oh, crap. I didn't get my stop in time. Oh, boy. Well, that might be very disappointing. All right, I'll just put my stop back up here now. Crap. Whoops. Well, that's annoying. Again, if it gets back to here, then I'll drag my stop down to where I originally wanted it, but I don't really have any other choice right now. Bummer. 5 minutes still in play, though, so I mean, the 5 minute could still get rejected. It's just, I would have preferred to have my stop get the risk off the table on this one, but the risk has got to stay on the table for now. Come on. Come on. Man, that was crazy how fast it moved at that one point. I don't know. I mean, I'll be bummed if this is a losing trade, but and also in my mind, it's like, okay, well, this was only a losing trade because of that logistics. Like, I fumbled around with my stop, and it. We'll see if the price can once again smack it back down here. It's almost tempting to add some more right there, but with the way this one's gone, I don't want to outfancy it. I don't want to overthink it. But another upper, I mean, all these upper shadows, no guarantees, but goodness, you would think that it's got a chance to pull back a little bit more. Come on. Come on, get down there now, brother. Let's go. Let's go. There we go. All right, there we go. Risk is off the table here. I waited for all that, and then you... Okay. Well. Well, don't jump in just because of me, Casanova. You got to make sure you're thinking for yourself. The name of this game is independent thinking. I'm almost thinking I get short again up here. I might do that. If the price comes up here, hits the white line, I'll probably throw a short order here. Try to capture it on the way back down. I kind of want to get short. We'll see. We'll see. Should be pretty simple to make the fee price, right? Yeah, I mean, that's the great thing about prop firms is you have very little at risk because the only thing at risk is whatever the purchase price of the account was. Because the worst that happens is you cook the account's gone, meaning whatever you paid for the account is gone. But like I said, you're not paying thousands of dollars for the account. So yeah, that's ultimately the power of prop firms is their risk management functions. Man, this thing is being stubborn up here. And you can see right here on the volume profile, see how this, if you envision these as mountains, this mountain peak is growing bigger and bigger. Why? Well, because there is a lot of volume right here in this consolidation range that is changing hands. Hey, Sky Mountain, good to see you. How's your day going? Better, but I'm not out of the woods yet. It has been a bumpy ride. ES at all-time highs, okay? So get short ES because it's at all-time highs. Disclosure, I'm trying to rage bait the cult members by saying that. So that's disclosure. Oh, ES is at all-time highs. Get short. That is an area I'm wondering. Is that the short? If I was waiting for a confirmation of a short, is that what I should be waiting for to see if it breaks down through? Maybe. But man, this thing does not... It doesn't really want to budge. Doesn't necessarily want to break out. Also does not want to... Not even really pull back. It just doesn't even want to, I'm sorry, roll over. It just doesn't even want to really pull back. Hey, Clay Trading, good to see you. Again, 2 days in a row now, if I remember right. Oh, man. Patience is required sometimes. Holy smokes. Yeah, that's a little bit shaky logic there. That's like saying because the cult uses candlesticks, I'm also part of the cult. Yeah, overfitted. It goes back to 50. And who was that? Thank you. Thank you, June, for helping out there. I appreciate that. Possible to do all this on just a smartphone. Yeah, I'd say you probably have to be more of a sway trader. I don't think if you're trying to be like a micro scalper, probably not going to happen on a smartphone. But yeah, like if you're willing to hold positions for, I was going to say hours on end, but not even hours on end. If you're okay with holding something for several minutes. Man, the range just keeps on chopping. Interesting candle here on the 5 minute. That one right there came up, got smacked back down, but it is still it's still within the range. So I don't want to put too much emphasis on that candle. I micro scalp on a smartphone all the time. I would pay to see that. In my mind, I have no idea how that's even possible. How the heck do you micro scalp on a phone? Again, I'm not saying it's impossible, but I would love to see that because in my mind, I can't comprehend how that's even possible. Well, again, I'm okay. Let me refrain. How to do it consistently well? To me, I don't understand that. I'm well aware people can do it, right? But what I was actually trying to say is do it consistently well. I'm not even saying that's impossible, but man, I don't know. That seems. Oh, yes, Orville, I know who you are. I'm just saying that doesn't help out in the regards to I just don't. To me, I don't see how anybody can do that consistently well. Again, that doesn't mean that it's impossible. I'm just saying in my brain, like I have some sparks going off. Like how could you scalp on a smartphone consistently well? Oh crap, yeah. We got the bond at 1 o'clock. Yeah. Thank you. If you don't mind helping to remind me. Wait, 40-year bond auction. No, yesterday I thought it was a 10-year bond. Yeah, 30-year. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say. Did that just break down through there? Okay. I do like this though. Because now the 21 EMA has caught up, so I will try along down at that level right there. Previously, I was like, I don't know if I really like that because the 21 EMA was still so far down below. But because that is a moving average, it has now moved itself up within that range. Very awesome how communicative you are. Well, thank you. Yeah, I try to interact with the chat. Pros and cons, but the pros vastly outweigh the cons because yeah, we get our share of trolls, but it's overall fewer far between. Limit orders and bracket. Okay, yeah, like I said, my position is not, it's impossible to do. I just, in my mind, I would love to see somebody actually do it before my very eyes. Maybe that helped me understand better. Hey, good morning, Eddie. Again, I'm trying to get long down here at the green line. I can show you. So I have every rose has its thorns and stuck in my head. I'm like, where did that come from? But it just dawned on me. And this is a pure coincidence. This is hilarious. For those of you that remember Barbara, that was here, I think, last week. So a couple weeks ago, we were at the job site. So context, currently building a homestead, building a home, blah, blah, blah. So we were there a couple weeks ago, and it's a crew of brothers that are working on it. And I know a couple of brothers' names, but trying to get to know the other guys and their names. So I was like, okay, you are your name, you are, and then one of two brothers were up on like this lift, and the one was the youngest of them. So like I think there's 13 kids in the family, 9 of them are guys. So like he's the youngest kid, youngest brother, and I thought his older brother, when I was asking the names, was like, oh, this is Barbara. But that is not what he said. But that's what I thought I heard. So I was like, oh, okay. And I just assumed, okay, this is the brother giving him the younger one a hard time. So I just went with it. So calling him Barbara. So, again, I'm trying to get long here. What's this have to do with trading? I'm shooting the breeze while I wait to see if I get filled. So, which is hilarious now because we had the Barbara. But, so that's been, so I came back and I was just like, he's like, no, we didn't say Barbara. But he's like, but that's how nicknames are born, organically. Like, you can't be like, call me this. It's got to be an organic nickname. So ever since I've been over there starting to work with them, it's always, hey, Barbara, just stuff like that. So then anyways, a couple days ago, because, they're playing the radio, every rose has its thorn on. So, and he's 18. And I don't know if classic rock is really his thing. I was like, hey, Barbara, this is your theme song. And it was right where, every rose. So, I just started belting out. I mean, I'm sure you guys were shocked to hear that I was singing on the job site. Like, I'm sure you guys were like, wait, what? You sing? But, so I was singing that and they were all laughing. I think that's why. So how did I get to this story? I was just thinking, why do I have that song stuck in my head? I think that is why. Because Barbara, it's her theme song at the job site. Every night has its dawn. Every cowboy. What is that lyric? Every cowboy has a what? Okay, here we go. Might be getting long here. It's time to get serious. But what is the lyric about the cowboy? Every cowboy has what? Oh, cool story. I'm done. 346. Shows up in hindsight. Great, man. That takes talent there. Every cowboy has a sad. Okay, that sounds right. Every cowboy. Oh, sings. Is it sings or has? Every cowboy needs an entry. That's true. That part is true too. All right. Dang, beautiful hammer. I mean, you can't make it. Look. Again, is the 21 EMA a holy grail? It's not. Do I think you should at least experiment with the 21 EMA? I do. I don't care what you think, brother. You definitely do care, which is why last week you were like posting stuff on Twitter and offering to send me screenshots and blah, blah, blah. If anybody cared, you're the epitome of caring. We got Trust Me Bro trade plan guy over here. Absolute coward. Again, if you give a trade plan and you're wrong, nobody here is going to make fun of you. I will respect you. Everybody else will respect you because at least you have the courage to give something in real time. But when people show up after the fact, and say, hey, trust me, bro, here's the trade plan. That's just, I mean, nobody, that's what cowards do. Again, I get it why people are scared to give trade plans and actual numbers because the internet tends to make fun of those people, but not here though, because we understand nobody's ever going to be right. If you give a trade plan and it's wrong, okay, oh well, it happens. At least you had the courage to give a trade plan. Again, all of that is irrelevant. Red herrings. The point is you don't give trade plans. That's the point. And then you show up. In hindsight, man, you should have held. Okay. Well, I've been short up here. Yeah, okay. I'm sure you have. Trust me, bro. The length of time you watch me is irrelevant to the topic at hand here. The topic at hand here is you never give us any trade plans. You just flap your lips. That is a current point of contention. Right, what Philly says. If you give a trade plan and it doesn't work out and someone makes fun of it, the person making fun of it gets the ban hammer. Exactly. Not the person that gave a trade plan that was wrong, because people are wrong. It is the person that gets banned is the person making fun of the one that actually had courage. This is why I watch. Yeah, exactly. That's fine. At least we know you don't know what you're doing. At least we know that much. If we break above, watch out, shorts. Yeah, you got to think there's plenty of shorts with their stop right above those highs. Do you do options on specific? No, I no longer day trade options. Man, you sure are commenting quite a bit for not caring what I think. That's weird. Dang. You think I care what I think? And man, you keep defending yourself quite a bit. That's funny how that always works. We'll see, Tommy. I don't know. This is a little lackluster right now. I thought it'd be a little bit more oomph with the stop losses that I would assume we're hiding behind there. I'm just waiting for a break higher. Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you'll come back after the fact and tell us where you shorted it. I'm guessing it will be a perfect spot. There we go. Okay, now he's going to come and say he got short right here. There we go. Guaranteed. There we go. Got him, coach. Got him. Now he's calling me names. You know you struck a nerve when the person has got to resort to name calling because I can't address the actual issue. Got him. You're like my little puppet, man. This is weird. This is crazy. I think there's a lack of stop loss there because the downward push was big enough for them to... Yeah, maybe. All right, well, I'm going to cancel that one out. Never mind. Again, I will actually respect you 100% if you were to give us actual numbers either ahead of time or in real time. Like, it's not that hard to get people's respect around here. But it's the trust me broers that are just clowns. Break higher, and I'm shorting, and I'll tag you again, like I said. Yeah, we're still waiting for an actual trade plan. I know ES is at all-time highs. Better get short. Full port. Oh crap, yeah. All right, there's the bond auction at 1 p.m. So I'm gonna sit out until at least 102. Yesterday total dud, but yesterday was also the 10-year, which I don't know. But we do have another bond auction. Still practicing and taking note. Advice for someone just starting off. Well, yeah. If you're just starting off and you want to be a day trader, the best way at this point in time is to day trade futures through a prop firm. That is by far the most efficient way to be a day trader at this time in history. So that would be my thoughts. Day trade futures, but futures through a prop firm. Went short small at 454. Of course he did. He lets us know after the price come all the way down here. Where were you? Yeah, anyways. Okay. We'll throw him in timeout. He might add. He might do this. He might do that. Yes. It's almost like he's trying to let hindsight happen or trying to gain hindsight so that he can come and let us know. Right? Words like might are pretty, yeah, they are cleverly used words for people like him that like to tell us everything in hindsight. Because we can never nail him down. Well, no, I didn't add, I said I might. Well, I might put my stop loss there, and depending on what happens. Oh, no. I always said I might, you know. He said he was done trading, though. Did he really? Stop. So I'm assuming right now, given his 454 short is getting just destroyed, he probably said, oh no, I covered down there. I got out right there. Okay, how convenient. I know, Wolf. I did. That Ecuadorian Fibonacci is a tricky one. Okay, 102. Let's see. 102, if our theory holds true, we might get some more spice. Release the hounds. Excellent, Smithers. Okay. See, I wonder, do you think this has anything to do with the bond auction right now? Like, are the results out or no? Is this just a coincidence? Okay, here we go. If the theory holds true, it should... Man, I think that's 2 duds in a row. I don't know. I'm still not totally convinced that I need to just disregard the bond auctions at 1 o'clock when they happen, but I'm getting closer to that spot. I'm looking good on the day. Well, I mean, from where I was, I'll take it. I'll take it. Granted, at one point, this was minus, what, 630? That was a red 630. I mean, I'm waiting for that 1 p.m. release. I think it already came out, I would assume. But Philly's got facial juice. So I don't know, what is that, like snot running out of your head? All right, Dylan, have a good one, brother. Yeah, facial juice. What is I guess that's snot. That would be my guess. What is facial juice? I say snot. I guess it could be saliva. Oh, my goodness. Woo, look at that. Holy smokes. Thank you, brother. Sharing some... Well, man, that is more than kind. More than kind. Got a payout. Look at that. There we go. But Clay, prop firms are impossible. I mean, here's a dude getting a payout, and he just freaking gave a $100 super chat from a payout. Clay, prop firms are a scam. Are they a scam, or are you just a degenerate gambler? Is that maybe the problem? You know, is the problem actually the prop firm, or is the problem the person in the mirror? I don't know. Thank you, though, JJ. That was very kind of you. Very kind of you. I appreciate it. Okay, so the 30-year did come out and not really any sort of action at all, so... Again, Matt, I know you're upset, but all I'm saying, Matt, is there's always two sides to every story. So before you start to lose your mind in here, we've had that before. They're 100% not a scam. Just grinding now. So yeah, okay. I'm assuming the one dude that told us he got short here and might add. I would assume he would come back and say, "Oh no, I never." So this is what he would say. He would say, "No, I never added. I actually got out down here. I should not have put him on timeout." It would have been fun to watch him twist himself into a pretzel about how he didn't get steamrolled. But if he was serious about adding and he actually started to add, cooked. Oil coming back down. What's gold? Wow, I haven't looked at gold like at all. All right. Gold right here. VWAP has been beautiful. Again, I'm fully armchair quarterbacking with hindsight, but if it were to pull back down to VWAP, here it held strong, and so far so good holding right there. So maybe VWAP is an interesting area for you gold traders. Fat N. Okay, who is this James guy? James, dude, we eat people like you for breakfast. Get that garbage out of here. The mere fact that you had to use emojis and tell us all that stuff lets us all know that FATN is probably the worst stock in the market right now, James. Absolute garbage stock. Let's take a look. I'm sure it's probably like a penny stock. Maybe it's up over $1. Dude, where's the volume at? There's no... See, this is why day trading this stuff is garbage. Clay, but the percentage, it's up there. Dude, there's no volume on the thing. How are you supposed to trade this? Get that garbage out of here. I'll use FATN as toilet paper. Get that out of here, you little pumper dumper. Where'd his message go? Oh, he retracted it? Good move. Sorry, James, not you. Ah, man. James hyphen 0512R. That's who I'm talking about. Not you, James K3M7X. I really do enjoy... Well, I mean, that's not humor at that point. Dude's a total pump and dumper. Like, I don't know. Maybe he can get away with that in some live chats, run around and pump and dump absolute nonsense. But that dude probably has an order on the offer right now that he's trying to sucker somebody into buying. He's like, crap. There's no buyers for my shares. All right, let me try to go generate some interest real quick. The words I use make me laugh. Okay. Cool. I'll take it. I'll take the victory. I am interested in a long down here. We have the overnight high. We also have the 21 right up here. Yeah, exactly, Grant. I mean, the amount of time some of these people spend running around trying to pump and dump, it's like, I mean, you could just try to learn to trade. But once more, it's sad because those people think that that's what they need to do. They don't have a lot of money, so they need these small caps, low float, garbage stocks because I think they need to grow their money so that when it's like, hey, hello, futures in a prop firm, you don't need a whole lot of money at all. No pattern day trading rule. Futures move way better than those low floats do anyhow. So in some senses, it's just very sad because that guy probably thinks that's his only choice. Okay, I'm trying to short here. Looking for a short at the red line. Stop is the green line. I am in. Wow. This thing don't care. They don't care about those highs right there. Come on. I'll take that. I started to crack walnuts on that one. I am trading scared right now. Scared money don't make money. Here's exactly why I'm trading scared. Actually, try to read my mind. Why do you think I'm trading scared right now? It's here, and here's a hint. It's all ego driven. Tell me why I'm trading scared right now. It's ego driven. This is a good exercise. The more you can understand about another trader, it's good to are you understanding the pitfalls of trader psychology? You sound angry. Oh boy, I'm very angry. BCTY 2025, I'm angry. I want you to think about the angriest person you've ever met, brother, and multiply it by 7.38. Orville, David Knight. Correct, yeah. I really don't want this. I don't want to see this go red again. Again, this is completely ego-driven. But I don't want to see that. That was what, red minus 631. Now it's back to green. I really don't want to see that go red again. So I am officially, that was a scared trade. And it's very hard to trade well if you're trading scared. Chad is watching pressure. I mean, a little bit. I think I've gotten better with that. But, yeah, there's always a little pressure that people are watching. But So yeah, I definitely left some on the table there, but like I said, I'm trading. I do both, James. I do both depending on the context. All right, I might actually think about another short here, but I don't know. I'm going to paper trade this one. Okay, that crosshair is where my short would be. Okay, I'd be in. Stop would be a little bit above that white line. Okay, what do we mean a little bit above? Let's just right there. Okay. So I'd be short. That yellow line would be where I'd have my stop. So let's see if this was a wise move or not for me to not take this trade. If you are short right now, I don't blame you one bit. Not one bit. I can see the logic. I can see the logic. You can keep a nice tight risk profile. Oh, doxel. Okay, stop. Okay. If this hits that white line, I have to get a short there. I don't have any choice. I don't have a choice, folks. It's got to hit that white line first, though. No. Don't drop down. It's changing my risk profile now if it does that. Okay, in step one, hit that. Did it hit it? That's close enough. Okay, I'm in.
Stop field.
I'm short. Come on, brother. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, I think I might have should have taken that scalpy scalp. It was looking good for a second, though. Uh-oh. Come on. Come on. Come on down. Ooh, I like that candle there. Come on. Again, I'm short, so I want to see the price get below that. Come on now. Come down. Come down. Come down. Come down, brother. Come down, brother. One more push. Another push. There we go. I'll take that. Bop, 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 bop. Bop, 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 bop. Anti-aircraft carrier. That's what we call what's the stuff they shoot from the ground at planes? That's anti-aircraft, right? What is this stuff called? Around the ground, they're going. What's that called? Is that anti-aircraft? Flak. Flak? Okay, that's a flak. That was a flak trade there. We now have a new trade. We got Spankum Cletus trades. We now also have flak trades. We got scalpy scalps. So if you ever get a winner, shoot some flak. There's no shame in shooting some flak if you get a winner. Doggone it. See, I'm trading scared, folks. I'm trading scared. That's the results of trading scared. Sounds like a yard sprinkler, probably. But shut your mouth. But you're probably right. Do what my grandfather used to say, what? Get back to work. If you can get that quote, you are a quote connoisseur of movies. Again, the line. Do you know what my grandfather used to say? What? Get back to work. I know you thought about adding to the winner too. Yeah, I did. But I'm too scared. My ego's running the show right now. No, that you are correct. Cool Runnings. Cool Runnings. Which is a great movie, by the way. Gold is back at the VWAP that we talked about a little while ago. So if you like gold and you like the VWAP, there you go. Sanka, you dead man? Exactly. Nord people, you know you can't believe. Jamaica, we've got a bobsled team. Sanka, the fastest of Jamaican spring dust. Still do like a long down. I don't know if I like it at the 21 anymore. I like it more so down here. I don't know if it's going to pull back that much, though. We'll see. We'll see. Are they still working on it? Question mark. Oh yeah, you want to kiss the lucky egg? Okay. I like the lower shadow. I like the hammer doji right here. If this comes down and pops back up, I'm very tempted to get a long, but we're still quite a bit above that 21 EMA, so I don't know. We do have the pivot point on the 5 minute, so that makes me feel a little bit better. We are up above the pivot point, which is that dotted brown line, and we're maintaining above it. We are super far above. Look at this. Look at the 21 EMA in the 5 minute. We are still so far above it. So that's got me a little. Okay, there it is. There we go. So now I'd have an entry right there. I'll just paper trade this one. So entry at the yellow line. Again, paper trading, just because I don't know what to think, so I'll just run a test on it and say, okay, I'd be in. Okay, there we go. My stop would be. So I'm indifferent. Like, if it doesn't work out, then I'll feel kind of justified, like, good thing I didn't take it. But if it does work out, then I'll kind of look at it as, hey, Clay, that was good chart vision. So I don't really know if I want this thing to work out or not. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You about to stop me out? Getting hypothetical trade here. Is anybody in it? Give me a 1 if you're actually in this long. That would make it fun to cheer for you. Is anybody actually in this? Was anybody like, Clay, I agree with your entry, but I disagree with you actually not taking the entry because I'm an independent thinker. I'm getting in. Johnny, short bus. All right, I'm cheering for you longs then. Let's go. We have some people that are actually in this trade. Just Johnny and short bus. But, okay. I like it. The independent thinkers. The power of, well, maybe the power of independent. Let's see if this actually goes up. You don't like, okay, Maggie, you so need the mentorship. Holy smokes. You so need the mentorship. Please, Pam just gave you a raving review. It's crazy. It's crazy how you won't make the commitment. It's crazy. Wishy-washy. Yeah, as traders, we are wishy-washy at times. Traders can be bearish one moment and then in an instant go to bullish. In at 42, stop 476. All right, come on. Pay Johnny. Come on. Pay Johnny. Pay the man. And pay, what was the other guy, Short Bus? I can't believe only 2 people are long right now. That's crazy. Pay the man. Pay him. 492 is first target. All right, John. All right, so he needs to come up here. Dude, I might have to join Johnny. If this comes down here, hits that yellow line, and then comes back up, I mean, that's 4 lower shadows in a row. Up. All right, Johnny, it happens, brother. So as of now, I'm glad that I did not take it, because it would have been a loser. Potential short up here. Short at the yellow line, stop a little bit above the white line. So, I mean, as you can see here, just a very small risk profile. Yeah, there you go, Johnny. No shame there. That's crazy, M10. That's crazy. You know what? I'm going to side with your wife. It probably is your fault. I'm just going to, I mean, with zero data, I'm still going to side with your wife. It is probably your fault. Okay. No, I'm not going to do it. I do like it down here, though. I do like a long down around this area here. I'm not going to buy the pullback here at the 21 EMA. Mainly because the 5-minute is still so far above the 21 EMA right now. Even if I were to get long here, that's even still relatively high above it. So I'm trying to keep things balanced out here a little bit. Oh, you saying that hurts my feelings. Yeah, but that's your fault that it hurts your feelings, right? Is that how this game works? Everything is your fault? I'm just trying to learn the rules of the game here. Well, buying at that 21 would have been quite a good spot. Now do I get short up there? Maybe. Yes. Yes is the answer. Okay, looking to get... okay, you can't even see it because it's behind the yellow line, but I have an order to get short at that yellow line. Stop is the highs. There we go. Right there. Red line looking to get short. It's been rejected here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Will the 6th time also be the charm? It's happened 5 times. Why not 6? We'll see if it wants to go 6 times or not. That 20. Yeah, I think, again, there's nothing, there are no holy grails in the market, but I do make the argument that 21 EMA, I think, is at least worth experimenting with. You might try and be like, no, Clay, I don't like, and that's fine, but I think it's at least worth a try. Come on, 6th time being a charm. Let's go. Okay, here we go. Maybe. If that red line turns blue, I'm in. Oh, don't you dare reject literally right off that yellow line where my order was. Nope. Nope. I don't like how it's putzing. I think this might go now. Not going to do it. I get... Dude, I could be shooting some flack right now. I could be shooting some flack. Okay, okay. We're back on the table here. No, go up. I don't want this. Nope, never mind. Now my risk profile is too big. You're in short. Where's your stop at? I am order flow trader. Yeah, I don't even know what order flow is. I'm not that smart. That's above my... Doggone it. Look at that. The 6th time was the charm. Or wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 6, 7. Okay, well now we got 7 times in a row. So if it goes back up to that yellow line, the question is, do you think it can go 8 times in a row? I said above 500. I'm at 501. Oh, did you say that? Sorry, I must have missed it. It seems to do nothing to making the... No. The yard sprinkler, aka the flak shooter trades, that's a celebration. Okay. Yeah, kind of like a... Yeah, that might be a more accurate thing, like Frank the Tank. But I picture as like shooting planes out of the sky type thing. Okay, this candle is about to be done moving around, and then maybe I'll take another swing at it. Okay, here we go. Dude, is that time number 8? And that I never meant that much to you. It cuts me like a knife. I guess that's why they say every rose has its thorns. Every night has its dawn. Every cowboy sings a sad, sad song. Every road... Oh, it's such a good song. If you don't like that song, you're a communist. I said it. I said it. If you don't like that song, you're a communist. Put that on a t-shirt. I said what I said. Next topic. Thank you for listening. Doggone it. What am I... See? Trading scared. This is what happens when you trade scared. As cliche as the saying is, scared money don't make money. It is very, like, right there. Again, my ego. My ego is in charge right now. I'm scared. I want to keep that number green. Yeah, I had a couple of those, Cam. One tick away. Wasn't he just a one-hit wonder anyways? What was that, Brett Michael? No, or is that the wrestler? No, I'm thinking of Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels, WWF. Brent Michaels, Poison, right? Yeah, I hear you, CRM, because you kind of don't have any fear anymore at that point. Okay. Do I try? I mean, there's no way. Okay. Making money in this market is not this easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I refuse to believe it's that easy. If you want to make money today, just scalp off that yellow line. Remember, I identified this yellow line before this one rejected off it. So because of fear, I have missed 3 scalps right there. Crazy. Scared money don't make money. Now you may be asking, well, why are you scared? Well, if you just showed up, a little context. Earlier on in the stream, this number here was a red 630. I went through a rough patch, folks. Now the fact that it's back to green, I kind of want it to stay green. Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. Buckle up. What's going on? I am still interested in a long down here, by the way. I know. Yeah. I can't help but feel no matter what trade I take, it will go against me. Oh, you're having one of those days? Yeah, that was me earlier for sure. Let's see here. Just joining back in. What is there? Oh, yeah, I don't know. I'm not aware of any news. I think it's just going. Oh, it has nothing to do with breathing. It has everything to do with my ego. Wow, this bearish diamond playing out. Oh, I thought it was a bearish polygon. Stupid me. Just scalp 6 in Q. And the dude yelled order fill. Yeah, order fill. Did you know you were scalp? Did you know you were doing 6 NQ, or did you think you were on 6 MNQ? It's actually a... Well, welcome, Mark. Good to have you. It's actually a consolidation trapezoid. Dude, I forgot about trapezoids. I mean, a diamond is technically a polygon. Yes, but is it a triangle? Okay. I really do want to get long. All right. That yellow line is certainly worth leaving up there. It's got quite the track record. This area here is also very interesting, but as I've said for the past several minutes, I'm more interested down around that overnight high. For a long, that is. That I never meant that much to you. Their lunch is probably over. But Barbara, if you're watching, shout out, Barbara. You better have your bank account open. And I'm not talking about the Barbara that you think I may be talking about. I'm talking about the real life Barbara. Okay, it's coming down. Maybe. In theory. Cuts me like a knife, I said. Dude, all right. Oh, serious question. Is there a trick out there? Is there a trick out there that can help you get a song out of your head? Honest question. I just dawned on me. Is there a strategy to get a song out of your head? Hey, relax. Ty, dude, Ty. Let's lighten it down. Hey, Ty, chill out, brother. Let's. You see the brake pedal here, Ty? I want you to do this with your foot. Okay. Let's do that, Ty. Yeah, but is that like a proven study to sing another song? Again, I'm asking for like, is there any clinical research out there? And I'm actually being serious. Like, out of curiosity, has anybody ever done like clinical research? Well, that makes me feel a little bit better because even if I was trying to buy here, as you can see, got very, very close and would not have filled me anyways. Your brain doesn't work right. I mean, we're all traders, so I don't think any of our brains work right. You know what I'm saying? Am I right? Dude, I'm trying to figure out what I want for dinner tonight. I don't think there's any threats here. I don't think. Hopefully not. I don't think. Yeah, let me just check real quick. What? Did hit? Look at this. I got $6.20. For Casey's, maybe I'm going to have, I'm trying to think, have a pizza tonight. Ooh, I could save 31 cents. Oh, why do you got to do that? Why you got to give me a guilt trip? What the, come on, Casey's. I love Casey's Pizza, by the way. Casey's does have very good pizza. I am team Casey's Pizza. Would it be a dumb idea? I don't know. I don't know. If in my mind it would make no sense. Like blasting heavy metal would not keep me calm. It would distract me. It would be annoying. But in theory, if blasting heavy metal kept you calm, I think that's a good thing. So I don't know. It might be worth a try, Wolf. Start saying sailing. I'm sailing away. Is that which one you're talking about? Oh, I could see that. Maybe reading the Bible. That would make sense. Hey, how was your trip to the free? How was your trip to the your free vacation to the 30-minute VIP room? Was that good or no? Is that real, Slomaro? I just can't do it. I cannot do it. All right, this is what I'll do. If it comes down to the yellow line, hits the yellow line and starts to come back up, I'll look to grab along. Okay, well, not if it keeps bouncing up. Because if this gets more green and then comes back down, at that point, we're kind of losing the hammer candle potential. So I won't be interested anymore. Amos, I don't even remember why you got thrown in timeout. That's how short my memory is. Not like bearish. I don't have a bearish memory. I just mean like time, duration-wise. All right, Johnny, have a good one, brother. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Then I feel completely justified for that bet. Yeah, that was... Yeah. I played that one perfectly. I'm going to sleep just fine at night. All right, I'm going long down here. Well, if it can get down there. Come on, 463 break. I agree. I agree. Break so that Cam can get filled or get his target hit, and that's so I can get filled down here. I'm out. It won't let go. It is definitely refusing to let go, and definitely in the downwards direction, but even in the up a little bit. Like there's this little area of resistance here that's forming now. But yeah, to the downside, it will not let go. It's a stubborn little donkey down here. This is donkey price action. Please do not go Google. Wait, the donkey price strategy. I'm literally just saying stuff, okay? Then again, that's probably like a real thing. There's probably a donkey price strategy out there somewhere. Look up what the U.S. Army Psych Op did to... Well, Neil, good job getting out where you did. Aren't they just replacing the engine coolant, question mark? Even, yeah, well, Danchin channel, those are just indicators, right? Like Bollinger Bands or like Keltner channels or like pivot points. They're just indicators. Like how you use the indicator. Yeah. I hate vehicles. For the record, I hate vehicles. What a just waste of everything. You said you got a TPT account yesterday, AMS, or is that 2 days ago? Not using yet. Gotcha. Nice shirt, Clay. What do you mean, nice shirt? Do I know you in real life? And you can't even see it. How, yeah. What are you talking? What do you mean, nice shirt? Oh yeah, maybe you mean short. Do you mean short or shirt? Yeah, 50% off. Remind me to relax. What size accounts do you like to do? Because depending on what account size you like to do, I mean, it's still a good sell regardless because it's 50%, 50%, but it is a better deal for a certain category of people. Oh, okay. Well, then it is still a good deal because it's 25% or 50% off, but they are getting away, or they are removing the $100 reset. Yeah, you should just, I mean, you should just get some because it's 50% off. But you'll actually, so next starting week, resets will no longer be $100 for you on a 25K, which for somebody like you, things go in the right direction. But for the people that do the 75K, 100K, or 150K, that $100 reset is going away and you'll have to pay more. It'll actually make sense now to just reset the accounts. Relax. But yeah, that is the deal right now. And I do actually believe them that it's only going to be this week for the 50% off. All right, well, do we try the short again? I can't remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Will a ninth time be the charm? Well, yeah, if you're always doing 25K, that was the smart thing to do because it made no sense formally to pay $100 on the 25K. What I'm saying now, though, is it'll actually make sense for you to just reset. I think, in theory. Well, maybe let me check real quick. But relax, Ardu, you have revealed yourself to have flaws in your morning routine. What is this flaw that I now know you have in your morning routine? You don't check your email. And that is a very important thing to have a part of your morning routine, so you are aware of sometimes when the market has weird hours, or if there's the news thing you can't trade. I'm trying to find in the email so I can. There we go. So right here, starting Saturday. Keep it so you can see the move down there. But yeah, so starting Saturday, to reset at 25K will be 79. 50K is basically the same. You're saving $1. But then this is where it gets, like I said, now is the time to lock in any of these size accounts. Those $100 resets are going away. Yeah, check your email, folks. Check your email. That's right, Hudson. Make sure your dad checks his email. I mean, your dad doesn't listen to me anyway, so now he will never check his email. I say jump, Jimbo sits down. I say run, Jimbo does a jumping jack. I say do a jumping jack, he curls up into a ball. Yeah, like I said, it's a great deal right now, 50% off. I will prove you wrong. Tell me anything to do right now, and I will do it. Give me a $5,000 super chat. I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait. I do. Code Clay. All caps. Thank you for asking, San. I appreciate that. All right, here we go. Maybe a short up here. Trying to... Right now, I mean, we are just... The range traders are probably like, finally a range. So I'm gonna try to trade the range. No, Jimbo. I said what I said. Now you're trying to backtrack. Unbelievable. So thank you. I just proved you wrong. Thank you, Relax. I appreciate that. It's going to break out on attempt number 9? Is that what you're saying? Investing for a living? I mean, yeah, overall, I'm not, yeah, you could call this some... Like, if you want to call that like a bull flag, bullpen, I'm not going to push back too hard against that. I would still consider this more so just a choppy sideways range. But investing for a living thinks it's going to break out, which is fine. I'm just asking, well, which attempt will it break out? Will it be number 9, or does number 9 still reject it back down? That's the $1,000,000 question. Because as of now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I'm sorry. So will number 10? Will number 10 be where it breaks out? Is that what you're saying? Bueller? Are you here? Bueller? This is no bueno. Volume, medium, sense. I don't know. Okay. I mean, I do agree. I think sometime in the next 10 years we will break through this level. But from like a practical standpoint, yeah, but when? When? That is the question. When will it break? Or is it going to reject off for another 5 times? You know? But I do agree. It is going to break out. It might not be 7 years from now, but this is going to break out. Whoops, I didn't mean to. It's going to break out at 3:30. Okay. Or is this thing just going to chop around? Just do chop suey? How am I? Well, I mean, it depends on the day. Depends on the day. Hey, Pinko. Trying to see if it wants to come down here. Might try the long down there at this point. I mean, it's bounced off. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, close enough. 5. So will 6 times be the charm? All right, June thinks that he's smelling a rain. He's smelling a breakout. Okay, all right. Here's like real life clashing with trading, and what you really do actually have to be scared of, and I have to be aware of right now. So I was explaining, my wife went back to Michigan because she had some stuff going on back there. She was supposed to come back Monday, but there are some car issues, and now the car is in the shop, and it got supposedly they were working on it like early this morning. And it is now almost 2 p.m. Eastern, and it's about an 8-hour drive from Michigan to where we live in Iowa. So now I'm sitting here like, okay, it's still, they have no word from it. It's about 2 o'clock. What these mechanics are doing, who knows what. We're probably getting scammed out of our mind by freaking Ford and their mechanics. So, but even if they got it right now and left right now she doesn't get back till 10 o'clock. So now it's like, okay, so she's probably not even going to get to be back today. So I would like to see my wife and family, my wife and kids. So now I'm actually getting irritated. I'm stewing over here, and I tell you all this to tell you, this is where real life can bleed into trading and just create problems. Because should I now be trading when I'm again, all kidding aside, like on my like quote unquote real life side of things, I'm starting to get irritated and like what are you guys doing? It's fix the car, you know? I need to be very careful right now because I am genuinely annoyed because of this real life situation. I just want to see my wife and kids again. And it's supposedly a part that's hard to get to. So I know I'm about to get reamed over the coals because, well, it was a simple fix, but it took us 18 hours to get back to the part. So yes, as I just say all this out loud, I'm just making myself more angry right now. So, so just keep that in mind. Like I'm sharing that with you just because this is like real life. This is like real life stuff that can happen in trading. Like I sort of just want to load the boat right now and say, screw it, who cares? But why? It's just because I'm just bitter and angry right now. I'd understand if they're like, if she said, yeah, that they said they just started on it like an hour ago. It's like, okay, but like, I don't know. Yeah, it was like literally this morning. Okay, I have to take this though. 46. Look at this on the 5 minute. We have both the overnight high and we have the 21 EMA right there. Okay. I'm in. Come on, bounce. Bounce some more. More. I'll take that. I think the engine coolant area has a leak. That's true. At least we finally broke out of the range. pretty violently. Now, if this thing goes straight back up, that's just savagery of another kind. Again, this candle, and then for it to just now go, especially if it, no, it's probably not going to happen in this same exact candle. If it's this candle that goes straight up green, I mean, that's pure, I mean, that's like illegal in 18 states. I have not talked about it. I have not even checked it out. I saw the emails this morning, but then I got distracted. So at this point, I don't have any thoughts on it. I've had a couple people talk about it and make comments that it's pretty nice. The retest would. Yeah, maybe, Connor. Stop. No, no. Okay, this candle's about to be done. I'm looking for a short here. I don't think this thing's gonna go straight back up. If it does, then so be it. I'm looking for a short at that red line. Again, I don't think this thing is going to V-shape straight back up. Do V-shapes happen? Sure. But I don't think... Are they the thing that usually happens? No. Sorry, JJ. Okay, here we go. Maybe I'm in. I'll take that scalpy scalp. Smokes. Well, first off, I don't smoke. But even if I did smoke, I can't afford it right now because Ford is probably currently reaming me over the coals. Oh, the part it took us a long time to get to. Yeah, because your mechanic smoked 6 packs of cigarettes and charged me the entire time. So yeah, so now I just go get again. This is just we're like I should totally not be trading. I'm so just this is. So I said, are they still working on it? Yeah, I haven't heard anything yet. Dang. Aren't they just replacing the engine coolant part? The hose. It's quite the labor to get to it. I said, oh no, with that emoji. And then I put a bunch of dollar signs. And then, yeah, Dad, so my father-in-law, yeah, Dad said it's going to be a pretty penny. And he's pretty handy. So, yeah. So now, if anything, I'm like, I better YOLO something so I can pay for this. It's like, well, that's stupid. But this is looking like another good trade here, possibly, if it hits this yellow line. Is this thing really going to totally V-shape back up? What a crock. Well, that just took... And again, like I said, if you're shorting that looking for a rollover, I don't blame you one bit. Thankfully, I just did a scalpy scalp. But whatever. Clay, you could have known that was going to happen. No, shut up. You didn't know that was going to happen. Again, I will accept you had a very sneaky suspicion there would be a bounce, but don't tell me you knew that a V-shape was coming. I don't believe that 1 second at all. A bounce? Sure, no problem. Clay, it was so obvious it was going to do the rare thing, the V-shape. Clay, I took that trade with you, and I'm still in with one when I'm in queue. Well, I'm assuming you're stopped out now, though. Yeah, apparently, what do we have? We have a 2009 Ford Expedition. My wife hates it just because there's so many buttons. Like, she's like, do they not make cars anymore where I can just crank down the windows? Clay, I'm convinced that no one who isn't trading... Well, I disagree with that. If you are trading with banks or institutions, you also have no idea what the price is going to do. Because to know what the price is going to do implies that, like, you're going to control what the price is going to do. Nobody knows. Soon you'll need to... Yeah, probably. Who knows? Everybody is in the risk management game. Even big banks. Even hedge funds. Even everybody. That is why they literally have risk control departments. Like risk management. Like I can't remember the terms. But like there are people that are literally in charge of like risk protocols. Again, that's just blatantly false. Like, that's just not... Could a bank send the price down because they decide to dump at the bid? Sure. But that's way different than a bank doing this. Okay, let's bring the price up. Let's bring it down. Oh, look, we created a nice bull flag. Okay, now let's head it to go up. Nobody has the power to control the price per that definition of control. So I don't know if that's what you mean by control the price. But sure, if a big bank, and maybe that's what this was. Maybe some intern at a big bank accidentally just hit the market bid and dumped all these. So sure, somebody just dumped a whole bunch of position. But it's almost like, okay, when whoever that was dumping was done, the market's like, okay, back up we go. Just like any of us, we could control the price of a penny stock momentarily if we just went and bought $100,000 of it. But now we have a problem on our hands because sure, we controlled the price by causing it to go up all of a sudden. But now we got to find sellers, or now we have to find buyers ourselves because we own all this stock, but like, who's going to buy it from us? So that's what I mean by, so I don't know how you define control, but like, ain't nobody out there, okay, let's bring the price up, let's bring it down, there's our bull flag. And no, nobody does that. And that's very easy to disprove. No, they can't, dummy, dum-dum. If that was the case, all banks would do is trade small caps. Because per your definition, they can control the price. And if you can control the price of something, you're going to make trillions upon trillions upon trillions of dollars. So why would they not exclusively only trade small caps if they can control it like that? Answer me that. Did that squeeze up to new highs happen? No, I don't think we're at new highs yet. At best, they can hold a level they want. No, they can't even hold a level they want. That's not true either. Again, if all these banks and institutions were as powerful as what some people think they are, there would not be a history of Lehman Brothers or Bear Stearns or hedge funds that have gone kaput or market maker firms that have gone kaput. Never said they can make money from it. Just saying they can control the price if they wanted to. Well, then why don't they? That's like me saying, yeah, I could make a bunch of money, in doing XYZ. So are you doing XYZ? No. But you could make a bunch of money doing it. Yeah, but you're not doing it? No. Okay, again, for all of you that think big money has a very, very, like some sort of big power, my question to you is this. How have big firms gone out of business? My answer to that would be, well, because they don't actually control anything. They eventually made a bad decision, and the market, made up of sellers and buyers, they crushed them. Because what's ultimately in control are just the market as a whole. Buyers and sellers, supply and demand. That would be how I would answer that question. They made a bad decision. For those of you that think the market, somebody controls it, there is no such thing as a bad decision because you could just control the market. Because you control the market, by definition, every decision you make is a good one because, well, you control the market and you'll make money. Greed and bad data. There is no bad data if you control the market. You are the data because you control the market. Okay, well, again, Sub-Zero, Bear Stearns, Lehman Brothers, we're not small fish. Some of you, I don't know why you just want to shove your head in the sand about this topic. It's just like, it's crazy. It's like some people, they have to believe in conspiracy theories. They just have to. Yeah, and that's where you, boy, once you box people into a corner, that's what you get, a LOL. Man, this thing is just grinding. Yeah, and you're talking with 0 cents. I actually care because I'm trying to actually educate some people here and not have them run around and look like a total dent. Yeah, and yeah, that's the other thing, Dave, or Deadeye. Yeah, Deadeye Dave. Again, could somebody come in and could we as a group control a penny stock? Well, sure, we could find a low float, blah blah blah. Eventually, it's going to turn into a game of musical chairs because we're going to need to find somebody to sell our shares to. That doesn't help them day trade, though. Sure, it does. It helps them to blame themselves for their stupid trades. Sub-Zero, I swear, sometimes you are like, I don't know. Yes, my goal is blame the cause of your failed trades. You, the guy in the mirror, not some sort of magical, mystical market maker, not some sort of big bank. Oh, it wasn't me. No, I understand if you're a degenerate and you got to face up with your wife or your significant other. It'd be nice. Honey, it wasn't my fault I just lost our savings. It was the hedge fund's fault. It was the market maker's fault. Like, I get that. Like, I understand people's desire to always want to blame somebody else, but like, that's not how you learn. Oh my goodness. Oh, investing for a living. Yeah, that's exactly it. Some of you are you would buy oceanfront property in Arizona. You really would. Stop loss bandit. It just went into total baboon mode. Mr. Hindsight. Listen, if you saw this big volume downwards move, and then you're like, okay, I think this I think this structure, this sideways channel has been broken. I think this might be the start of something. So you're deciding to maybe get short there. Stop loss bandits coming along like, oh, it was so obvious. Why would you short that? Well, yeah, no kidding. In hindsight. So again, don't let anybody think you're stupid if you took any of this after that movement right there. By the way, on high volume, it finally broke. Anybody that's like, oh, I knew it was going to turn into a rocket after that is lying to you. Absolutely lying to you. Nobody knew that, like, that was just, it is what it is. Okay, investing for a living. So I don't want to misrepresent your argument. Are you saying that for an institution, a big bank, are you saying that they have the power if they want on like the NQ to bring the price up, bring it down, build a bull flag, and then send it higher? Is that what you mean? Is that your contention of how they can control the market? Is that your definition of control? They could literally build a bull flag on the NQ, for example. Because that's what it sounds like. You're saying, oh, they could bring it down if they want, collect it, and then bring it back up. So I think that's what you're saying. Is that what you're saying? I don't want to misrepresent your position. Okay, dummy dum dum. I'm sorry, I can't address that. I've already addressed it before. I've asked a very specific thing. I've already concluded, sure, if a big hedge fund dumps all of a sudden, yes, temporarily, it might create a blimp down. But that's not the type I'm talking about. I'm talking about right here. Could somebody be like, all right, on the NQ, let's bring the price up. Let's create a pullback so we can get a bull flag, and then let's bring it up. Is that the type of control? Because some people literally believe that that's what's possible. Exactly. Yep. Those are called flip trades. Exactly, James. Exactly. You have a full understanding of how the market works. Exactly. That's something that these people, they never even factor into. That comment illustrates so much. But they would read your comment and they wouldn't even have any idea of what you mean. Because they just always boil in that assumption that somehow these massive positions, they're going to be able to get rid of them like where they want. Exactly, James. Perfectly said. I don't even try to really go down that rabbit hole because they don't understand that. Okay, so this investing for a living is just gone now. Again, here's the question that you have to answer. If you believe that there is something out there that has this sort of power to do exactly that, you're gonna have to go up with logic and economic history. So, okay, well, regardless, this is what you'll have to overcome. If somebody has that amount of control, economic history tells us that market maker firms, hedge funds, institutions have gone out of business before. But how is it the case that somebody that is that powerful could go out of business? The only way that logically makes sense is you would have to say, well, because they wanted to go out of business, so they just controlled the price in a way that put them out of business. Okay, logically that flows, but like, wait, what a second? Wait, what? No, okay, yeah, see, I can see the patterns. No, again, answer me that. How? How did Bear Stearns ever go out of business? How did Lehman Brothers ever go out of business? How have hedge funds gone out of business? If they can just control the price, make it do whatever they want, how in the world did they just go out of business? Because a bigger well ate them. You mean it's supply and demand? Yeah, that would be my answer. They made a bad choice, and the market as a whole ate their lunch. Yeah, so agreed, Cam. Yeah, they made a bad decision. What controls the price is buyers and sellers, supply and demand. That's it. And no matter how big you are, if you make a bad decision, you will lose. Exhibit A, Bear Stearns. Exhibit B, Lehman Brothers. Exhibit, who else? Washington Mutual. Who remembers a financial meltdown? Because someone bigger than them came along. Well, then they don't control the price, do they? How, if you control the price, then nobody can come along and squash you because I thought you control the price. Exactly. You are arguing what I am, supply and demand. Again, investing for a living, you're dodging my question. How is it that big banks have gone kaput if they control the price, like you say they do? Why won't you answer that? Okay. Investing for a living, you're about to get banned because you're not engaging with me. I don't know. Yes, exactly, because I trapped you in a logical contradiction. Exactly. I do know, because they don't have the power you think they do. That's why. That would be why. But I admit you not trying to, just admitting I don't know. Yes, you're in a logical contradiction and you realize it. No, I did trap you. Again, if a big bank controls the price to the way you think they control the price, how could they ever go out of business? Answer me that. How do the big banks go out of business if they control the price? This guy has no clue about the strategies of the big players. Are you talking to me, Wolf? Well, whoever you are talking about, whoever this magical, mystical thing out there that controls the price. So who are you talking about then? One side. Okay, yeah, there is no risk. If you control the price, there is no risk. What is there risk of? Again, by definition, you control the price. If you control a game of chess, like fully control it, you have no risk of losing. Why? Well, because by definition, you control the game of chess. Someone above them. Okay, so here we go. This is what I mean. People just desire. There's always got to be conspiracy. Somebody above them. Who? I don't know, just somebody above them. Thank you. Next. There we go. Yeah, exactly. The Illuminati. Okay, fine. Oh, yeah, that's... I feel ashamed. Grant, how did I not see that? Yes. Good point, Grant. Grant says, if there is someone above them, they don't control the price. Good point there. Exactly, investing for a living. If there is somebody above them, then the people that you are saying doesn't controls the price actually doesn't control the price. So a question for you, how can you say the market is random when there are specific patterns that happen, especially stair-step patterns? How does that happen? Well, does it happen every single time? Does a bull pennant break out? Do patterns repeat themselves every single time? If yes, then agreed. The market is not random because this pattern works out that way every single time. But they don't. Hence, it's random, which is why risk management matters. It happens when they want it to happen. Are you being... Okay. Oh, I mean, if there's... I don't know what logical fallacy that is, but like, if it happens, then see, they want it to happen. If it doesn't, oh, well, they didn't want it to happen. How convenient. How convenient. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he's got to be rage baiting. Nobody's this moronic. This is the problem, folks, where when you don't want to ever take personal responsibility, it leads you to this guy. I'm telling you right now, it's free and it's refreshing to blame yourself. Because guess what? If you blame yourself and say, you know what, I'm the problem right now, guess who the solution is? Yourself. If you want to be like this guy and blame the Illuminati, then why are you even in the markets? You are literally an idiot because you are in an environment where you have no control over anything. Like there's nothing you can do to improve because it's never your fault. You're just at the whim of the Illuminati. Again, take hold. Find encouragement, folks, in the fact that if you blame yourself, that is saying, I am the problem, therefore I am the solution. Whereas if you say the Illuminati is the problem, there is nothing you can do about it. You are not the solution. So go do something else in life where you are actually the solution and can make things happen. Oh, look, the ad hominem. You are very disrespectful. No, me pointing out, you're just, I don't even know what to call it. You think you are smarter than me because you don't understand. Oh, I understand. All right. I understand that you defaulted to eventually the Illuminati. And, well, if they want it to happen, it'll happen. If they don't, it won't happen. How convenient. Which still does not solve the problem of... So under that logic, I guess Bear Stearns wanted to go bankrupt because that's what happened. They did nothing to stop it. They did not control the price in a way to make them not go bankrupt. So yeah, per your logic, I guess that's what they wanted to happen. I guess you would just say, well, the Illuminati wanted them to go bankrupt. Hey, good job, Nolan. Congrats. Yeah, just keep your eye on your email, and they'll start to send you stuff, and then take it from there. But congrats, Nolan, man, that's awesome. Good job. So 5-minute, finally, maybe kind of, sort of. We have this topping tail here, upper shadow, whatever you want to call it, upper wick. So I don't know, I have the sellers finally showing up? Maybe. There's nothing to update, Mr. Bamba, because the courses are based on psychology, and human psychology is always the same. If anything, the program should build that much more confidence, because the examples I use from back in 2010, it's like, dang, that's a chart from 2010, and I literally just saw that pattern do that yesterday. So I personally think my mentorship only gains more value as time goes by, because you'll look at examples from literally years and years and years ago and be like, holy crap, that I literally just watched that happen before my eyes. It's 2026, yet that was happening back in 2010. Yeah, because it's all based on psychology. That's all pricing is. Fear, greed, panic, over exuberance, over depression, Again, at the end of the day, like I said, if you come across somebody and they define control as literally a bank, a hedge fund, a market maker can make a price do whatever they want it to do, they're going to have to explain how over the economic history, some of those things that they claim control the price have gone out of business. And if they say, well, they put on too much risk, that doesn't make any sense. If you accept their premise being that they control something, they control the price, there's no risk. There's no risk if you control the thing. Oh, no, it was friendly. It was friendly until you just... I mean, that wasn't even a debate. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Did I just get played? Let's check this guy's profile. When did this thing get created? Oh, okay, 2014. Yeah, thank you, Wolf. Like, what is what debate? You made a claim. I asked you to clarify some things, and you ultimately decided to, like, the Illuminati. Like, that's the Illuminati fallacy. I say 2 + 2 = 5, and you're like, no, it's 2 + 2 = 4. I'm like, no, but the Illuminati says it's actually 5. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's not really a debate. That's just you just digging your heels in and either rage baiting or I don't know. I don't know what else to classify that as. But all I know is, yeah, I know. We're using, see, that's what I mean. You're, like I said, and I'll put all kidding aside, you're either just not mentally capable of following the lines of logic or you're rage baiting. Yes, we all realize you didn't actually say the Illuminati. You said, oh, well, the thing that controls the market is above the banks. It's above the hedge funds. So we are just using the Illuminati as what's called a placeholder. So the placeholder term is to help illustrate this broader concept that you have. But I do think you understand what a placeholder is. But so therefore, I think you're rage baiting. But if you don't understand what we're doing with that, then maybe you're just not mentally capable. Like, those are the two options right now. You're either rage baiting or not mentally capable. Yes, we realize you never said the Illuminati. That is being used as a placeholder. But either way, see, you said I don't have... That is what I said. Yeah. I said two things. I said you either don't have mental capacity to understand this, or you're rage baiting. Those are the two things. Like, those are literally the only two choices at this point in time. It's funny. I'm an idiot, but I do have basic forms of logic. This thing controls everything. Yet this thing over the course of economic history has gone out of business. That doesn't make any sense unless you want to say, but that thing wanted to go out of business. Hey, Beast Boy. Listen, dude, we'll have to just let the chat decide. If the chat decides that you had a persuasive argument, then I guess they'll believe in the Illuminati. If the chat says that maybe they thought I made some good points, then maybe they'll agree with me. But yeah, we'll have to just let the chat decide. You don't have a Right. I didn't say that I had a persuasive argument. I said we'll leave that up to the chat to decide who had the more persuasive argument. You cannot change the mind of a fool. Yeah, I think he's rage baiting at this point. All I know is I got him to basically say the Illuminati controls the market. So that kind of made my day. That was pretty good. It's kind of funny. Oh, crap. Yeah, that's true. Big banks have gone out of business. So I can't say the big banks control it. Oh, crap. That's right. Institutions have gone out of business. I can't say they control the Oh, wait a second. No, it's the people above. Who's that? Well, I don't know. Just this thing above the banks. Right, exactly. Again, I brought facts. I brought economic history to the table. There's my facts. Again, what does control the market? Buyers and sellers, supply and demand. That's it. That is made up of us as retail traders, of hedge funds, of institutions, of market makers, of sweet old little grandmas, of crackheads, of maybe like 18-year-olds that are sitting in their mom's basement. That is who makes up the market. Whoever makes the best decisions of all those people combined will succeed. That's it. I'm sorry. I realize you can't really make a Hollywood movie out of what I believe controls the market, but like, it is what it is. Your facts did not support the market as a whole is random. Yeah, and then dummy, like for you, I'm not quite sure if you're just a troll or if you're being serious. So I'm kind of debating. I'm keeping an eye on Dummy Dum Dum. I think he might just be a troll, but I want to be fair. I don't want to give him the boot too quick. But like, yeah, he seems to be either, like I said, just straight up rage baiting a troll, or he's just, I'm not sure. But there we go. He said something about Jews. Well, as fun as it was to get somebody to admit to the Illuminati in a roundabout way, I'm going to go ahead and call it good. So if you enjoyed the stream and if you want to help support it, code CLAY, all caps, with any of these prop firms I recommend. I think Take Profit Trader is the king of the industry right now, and it's a good timing right now as we're running a flash sale with 50% off. So like I said, definitely Take Profit Trader. I think they deserve it. They belong a spot. They deserve to be in anybody's trading empire building strategy. But if you're with any of these other prop firms, and like I said, code CLAY can help you out there. So that is all I have today. I'm ending this one on a high note. I went from a really pretty nasty day back to green. Got somebody to admit and blaming the Illuminati for everything. So it was a bizarre live stream, but I will take it. So I'm going to go ahead and call it good on your way out. If you don't mind hitting that like button, that would be great. I'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. So until then, take care, everybody. Have a good one. Code CLAY, all caps. See everybody back tomorrow, and watch out for the Illuminati.